I want everybody from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing.
You see, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
49 hours declaring a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50 be advised, County Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
Publicists, when you talk to your publicists, you know the first thing they tell you? What? Stay away from religion, stay away from politics. Okay. You know why? Why? No matter what the you say, somebody passionately disagrees with you.
Absolutely.
No matter what religion, you believe in Allah, then you're saying that's not the right way. You believe in every Christianity, that's not it, because they're choosing something different. Your political party, the Democrat, Republican, the disagreement completely.
Yep.
So I stay away from it. When I get pulled into politics, I go,
Yeah.
and I have nothing to say. I'm
That's
just
the same way we are. We don't no politics, none of
I'll
this.
with that. I don't stay there because I'm still entertainment. If it's not music, then it's film and television, but it's still entertainment. So why would you turn someone off by saying that?
Right.
I want everybody to enjoy what I'm doing.
Right.
Not just a selective few amount of people. I focus on diversity because it's needed.
Right.
The boxing scholar is a lover, not a fighter, but he's also a fighter, so don't get any ideas. If he pats you on the back, you'll put it in your resume. His enemy. Have him listed as an emergency contact. The scholar has an inside joke with complete strangers. If he punched you in the face, you'd have to fight the urge not to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He's the only man alive to is parallel park. A train is count to infinity twice. In Genesis, when God said, "Let there be light," the scholars said, "Say pretty please." He is the genius of all genius and master of all masters.
And that's the trick to life. You have to be wise enough to know when you were living in your dream. And you have to be humble enough to accept when you were in someone else's.
Yo, the Boxing Scholars on.
What's good, everybody? Man, oh man, I cannot believe, honestly, I cannot believe that people are actually watching this fight. I'm just keep it real with you. Especially when they complain so much about the Mike Tyson versus Big Paul exhibition and how that wasn't real boxing. And somehow, some way, we sitting up here watching Usyk versus this guy who's a kickboxer who nobody even knew probably about 2 months ago. You know, the average fan, you know, the hardcore casual boxing dude didn't know who this guy was. But now all of a sudden, he's worthy of a pay-per-view to fight in front of the pyramids, and you know, and we love it. We love it. You know, that's it's the weirdest thing watching Usyk receive all this praise. You know, that where other people get criticized. Like, that's crazy to me. Man only got 5 heavyweight fights. I constantly have to listen to people talk about how overrated Mike Tyson is. How, and if you compare Mike Tyson to Usyk, Mike Tyson has way more attributes. Way more attributes. Like, he beats Usyk in everything. Chin, durability, speed, power, all that stuff. and we got to constantly hear how overrated Mike Tyson is. But yet Usyk with 5 heavyweight fights. Mike Tyson fought heavyweight his entire career. We have to listen to simple people talk about Mike Tyson never won the big ones. Well, maybe it's because he had so many big ones because he fought heavyweight his entire career. Usyk only had 5 fights. If Mike Tyson only had 5 fights in heavyweight, he had retired undefeated. Just letting y'all know. I'm just putting perspective for y'all. This Usyk praise got to stop. It has to stop. Hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Who's fighting right now? Catterall. What is it? All right. Is Catterall in the white? Not Catterall. Yeah, Catterall's in the white. I think Catterall might lose. Catterall's getting picked apart. That dude has Catterall's distance. He's at the edge of Catterall's jab, and he just countering him with straights to the body. He's doing good. So he's right out of range. Bam, and just keep stabbing him. Yo, correct me if I'm wrong. Catterall normally wear army pins. Is that Catterall? Somebody help me out. Somebody let me know. Who's who? Nah, Catterall always wear the army. They got to be Catterall. There's no way Catterall's getting picked apart like this. Yeah, that's Catterall's in the army. Yeah, I remember when he fought he always wear army. Yeah, so now Catterall's the one that's picking his dude apart. Yeah, this is gonna be an easy win for him. Catterall is just standing at the edge of his jab, just countering the hell out of him with hard body shots. Just, ciphering the air deflating the air out of the balloon. Stab him with a jab, and then take a step back, and then the dude takes the bait, and then he ends up getting countered with a right hand to the body. See how he gets some lunge in with the right hand? Reach with it, bam, and then he comes right in. Hey, this is smart. This is smart by Catterall. Yeah, he's gonna lose this fight. Catterall's gonna win this fight easy. Easy. Shout out to what you call it. I cannot believe that they really fought in the pyramid. They took this fight to the pyramids. The fight spectacle is bigger than the actual fight. It's bigger than the actual fight. Like who thinks this fight is worthy enough to be in the pyramid? That's crazy. So they knew what they had in front of them and the spectacle of the fight, so they made it in front of the pyramids to add a little size to it. But this fight's not worthy of no pyramid fight, just being honest with you. And then Richard Torres, how long I've been telling y'all about Richard Torres? How long? I've been telling y'all about Richard Torres forever, man. That dude's a bum. Tell y'all he was a bum a long time ago, man. Y'all argue with me. And Richard Torres, he finally got what you call it. He finally got stretched. But in the second round of all, like he is a product of careful matchmaking and Bob Arum. Those two things is why Richard Torres was the way he was. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Richard Torres stretched in the second round. And then I remember when everybody was running over to get that turkey money. And I pointed out the fact that Richard Torres is not running over there to get that turkey money. People should be suspicious that he wants to hide behind the top ranked machine. And then the same day that Bob Arum, within the same week or month that Bob Arum announced his retirement, Richard Torres goes over to goes over to Egypt, goes over to Africa and gets stretched. Goes to Egypt and gets stretched. He goes to Egypt. He even changes his trainer to Bomac. Like that's going to make a difference. And gets stretched. Sad part about it wasn't even the first time. He got stretched in the amateurs by this the exact same way by Javala. Pretty sad. Yeah, Catterall's not going for the kill. He's just throwing hard bombs to keep his opponent at bay. He's not mixing them. He's not throwing nothing off the bombs. See, he been jabbing so much to the body, he can feint the jab and then come with something to the head and try to knock him out. But he just content. He just content. He knows that dude. He knows he has that dude's respect. He knows that dude's intimidated by his punching power, and he just landing hard shots. See how that dude, how much respect he get. He making that dude put his hands in his pocket. So yeah, crazy work. Crazy work. I can't believe they put this as I hope it's the co-main. Because I wanna go to the main event and just crap all over the main event. Just being honest with you, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe people is really out there making this like it's a legit boxing match. Hold on. There we go. That's pretty dope. That's a pretty good view. That's a pretty good view. I realized I'm for my spare time, I'm for to go crazy on my boxing breakdowns for my members on it. I realized that I need to do that. Adderall is a little bit tired or weary. See the way through that jab. Ace tired too. But around ninth round, he doing too much movement and his arms are tight. See, he can barely hold that lead hand forward. And this is where his opponent has to recognize stuff like that, and then he has to come in. He has to come in and take advantage of it. Take advantage of his arm being weird. Take advantage of everything. It takes experience to recognize stuff like that in real time. I remember somebody was boxing. They was like, "Man, y'all think about a lot, dude, in real time." Yeah, boxing is pretty complicated. It's pretty complicated. You have to recognize this stuff in real time, be able to process it and take advantage of it. That's why people respect people at the highest level who do. See how arm weary he is? He just throwing his punches are getting fatter and sloppier. Yeah, he's coming forward. You notice whenever he was serious about punching, he was on his back foot. Now he's coming forward. He's trying to make the threat of his power force the other guy to give up ground. He's arm weary. This is dangerous. This is dangerous for Catterall because if his opponent can recognize it, and start increasing his output because he's obviously down and start throwing power punches. Hey, who knows? Who knows? The quickest way to get knocked out is to be tired and to leave openings. And he's doing both of the two things right now. It's just his opponent ain't recognized it. He's allowing himself to be BS. Like Michael Jackson said, BS, the main enough. He's still trying to counterpunch Catterall. That's why he definitely can't recognize it. This man still trying to counterpunch Catterall. Why are you trying to counterpunch Catterall? That's crazy. You're still trying to counterpunch him. But Catterall right now is definitely on weary. His, he done dropped his hands by his wayside. Like I said, he's not trying to counterpunch no more. He's trying to come forward and BS his opponent and force him to give up ground based on the work that he's done previously, the power that he's felt previously, and it's working. His opponent hasn't picked up on it. His opponent's still trying to counterpunch him, etc. If his opponent will wise up just a tad bit and recognize what's in front of him, we will have a completely different fight. Because like I said, the things that get you knocked out or knocked down is, hey, you're easier to not be knocked out when you're tired because you make more mistakes. Your focus isn't there, so you can't see the punches, right? And then you leave openings for your opponent to take advantage of. Canelo and Triple G sitting next to each other. All positive called Triple G, Cripple G. I guess Canelo is Cripnello now too, because he's definitely washed up too as well. Out of those three, the only person who has potential or even has boxing in his veins left to me is Anthony Joshua. Obviously Triple G retired, but Canelo needs to follow suit. That Billy fight is going to be really dangerous for him. Really dangerous for him because it's gonna be and Billy's a guy who's going to test you, and Billy's a guy who's going to test to see if you really want to fight, right? If you really want this. Right, he's gonna throw punches from the opening bell to the last bell. And Canelo, that one punch at a time, a hard punch, I don't think he'll be able to intimidate Mbili. So that is a dangerous stylistic matchup for Canelo. Canelo should be worried. But like I said, Catterall is now, he done got his, second win. He's throwing hard shots to try to get his opponent to give up ground and get up off of him. He's in his face like a fly at a barbecue. Like a fly at a barbecue, just bugging the hell out you, He's in his face constantly in his face. He's a pesky bug right now. He won't leave him alone. And Catterall is got enough experience to know that it's a danger zone, So he wants him to give up ground, get back, some get back punches. Look, he just caught Catterall, and Catterall lost his balance. That's another thing that happens when you're fatigued. It's hard to maintain your balance. But the wrong place to get tired is in the ring, because you know that you're tired. You don't know what your opponent has. You try not to show it. You try to BS your way into seconds, and minutes eventually, right? And your opponent might not go for that. He might recognize that you're tired with enough experience, It's a lot of things that goes through people's mind while they're in the ring. A lot of second guessing, a lot of, it's the great ones who could assure themselves that they know what they're watching. That, oh, this guy's weak. Oh, this guy's tired. That's a sign right there, That's a sign of greatness. Because you have to be confident in the ring. You have to know what you're looking at. You got to understand, like, okay, you got to be able to take a risk. You know what I mean? Take a risk getting in the ring, but you got to be taking a risk like, oh, this guy's tired. Let me turn my punch output out. That's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart either. But like I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's all I ever do on my channel, right? The fact that we have a fight with Usyk versus Catterall. Excuse me. Usyk versus the kickboxer is disgusting. It's disgusting. Usyk, give up the belts. Oh, Catterall knocked him down. Catterall knocked him down like he tripped over his foot and he caught him with a right hook simultaneously. But Usyk got it. Man, listen, Usyk got belts, bro. Can y'all imagine if Terrence Bud Crawford came out of retirement and fought Nate Diaz? Can y'all imagine that? And then in the build up to the fight, like, so they had a fight, right? And the thriller in Manila, like Muhammad Ali, right? And then they promote the fight as, oh, you gotta watch it, you can't miss. And then you see Bud actually giving Nate Diaz a chance. Yes, Amir, I seen him get stretched. Amir, I told you that boy took a picture with you. You was 3 inches taller than him in heels. I told you that boy was prime rib. That boy was primed to get stretched. That that Hansel and Gretel, Amir, they was fattening. Top Rank was fattening that dude up for exactly what happened today, Amir. I tried to tell you, Amir. I told you it was coming. Oh my God. And it was so devastating. It was the second round. It's like, come on, bro. The second round? You can't, bro, come on. 6th round, 7th round where you get tired. Understandable. The second round, Torres? Come on, man. But it was a sign that he knew that this was a possibility, Amir. He stayed under Top Rank banner when everybody was running the turkey out of sheep trying to get them paydays. You remember when every boxer was Hamdu Halal and all this stuff to try to get Turkey's attention? When he first came into boxing, Richard Torres never did that. All the heavyweights ran to Saudi Arabia except for Richard Torres. He stayed with Top Rank because he knew what was up. And then when he finally did fight on the Turkey card, he went to go work with Bomac and left his dad. So Richard Torres knew what was up. You knew what was up. Damn. Amir said she didn't even have high heels on. He just really that short. That's crazy work. That's sad, too. That's sad. That's sad. All his gimmicks and stuff, and the mustache, the mullet, like all that stuff was just weird. It had nothing to do with boxing. And even the people that he would steamroll, they sucked. It just showed, hey, look, this is one thing that showed me. Top Rank, the machine at Top Rank is definitely effective. What I already knew. They're effective at building your career, protecting you, not exposing your weaknesses and all that other good stuff. That Top Rank is a master at that. And that's what was exposed today with Richard Torres. He got his stash exposed. Yeah, that was a nasty knockout. I'm gonna do a breakdown on that knockout. That was nasty. Not the mustache. That's crazy. Listen, I was asleep. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I woke up today. I was like, bro, Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez is 145 years old. I went back, and I was watching it. The mistake he made is he was trying to box him. And I knew he was going to do that because he went to go work with Bomac. He went to go work with Bomac. I knew he was going to come in there and try to outbox him. And that's exactly what he did. He tried to outbox him. He stayed at a range that was dangerous to him. And then he tried to block a punch. He tried to counter a shot. He tried to counter with a right hook. And the right hook didn't have enough power on it because he's not a real power puncher. He's been lied to, right? And Frank Sanchez walked through that power punch and threw it straight. And he tried to block it. Bam, and it went through. That's why Big Baby doesn't want to fight him. What you mean? Because they both were Top Rank? Or you think Big Baby would have stretched him? I think Big Baby just a product of Top Rank too. Top Rank ain't got no reliable heavyweights. Top Rank, I don't even know who be scouting the heavyweights and what they see in them. Because all of them is just like that. Richard Torres, every time they leave and step up in competition, they get stretched. All the Top Rank fighters. Big Baby went over there, fought in Saudi Arabia, and ended up getting stretched by Bakoli. And ain't seen Big Baby since. Then I seen Big Baby on Mill City. I think it was on Mill City Boxing. And Big Baby was up there like, man, I don't care what nobody think of me. I don't care about this. Like, bro, you did an hour interview talking about you not caring. So you definitely care, right? And then I try to join the panel, and the panelists were like, no, we camming up. We ain't doing none of that. No, it was what's that dude's name? Damn, what is that dude's name? Cigar Talk. It was Cigar Talk. We camming up. We ain't doing none of that hide your face stuff. And y'all gonna respect my guest. Like, damn, I ain't even asked them a question yet. And everybody know I wasn't finna be crazy. I'm respectful. I was just finna say, Big Baby, man, get back to the boxing. Nobody cares, bro. It's boxing. And people take L's. It is what it is. All this crybaby stuff. Do a whole interview where you just, and then he can get it. He can get it. He tiptoeing around Moses. America doesn't have any period. That's a fact. Big Baby doesn't want to fight Frank Sanchez. You don't think so, Amir? Oh, you saying that's why Big Baby didn't want no. Big Baby don't really want no smoke with nobody. He was talking about fighting Wilder. He did that interview and said he wanted to fight Wilder. We're like, Big Baby, come on, bro. Wilder's on his way out. Let that man enjoy his money. He done already did and put on for America like he should have put on. The 3 classic fights with Tyson Fury. That man said he want to fight Deontay Wilder. I like, man, this dude is definitely at the end of his, you know, he definitely at the end of his career. You know, that Bacoli knockout, he ain't recovered from. He definitely ain't recovered from that. So I know Hype doesn't win fights, but Big Baby is way taller than him and could possibly win because of his size and reach. I don't know. Big Baby don't know how to use any of that. I would agree with you, Amir, if he was a fighter that knew how to use that. But like, even when he got knocked out with Bacoli, he was fighting Bacoli inside. He don't fight to his strengths. Like, why would you want to stay inside with Bacoli, who's a heavy-handed fighter, and the only way he can beat you is inside? Why would you let him plant his feet? Like, what do you think is going to be the result of that? You don't see Sanchez knocking out. I think he can knock down Big Baby. I think Sanchez is a fight. Like, remember when he fought what's the dude's name? F.A. I'm gonna be honest with you. Frank Sanchez is the exposer. Frank Sanchez is the hype train derailer. F.A. before he fought him, everybody was saying F.A. was a Deontay Wilder 2.0. That F.A. was this monster and nobody could beat F.A. and all the devastating right hand, blase split. And then he get in there and gets knocked down twice by Frank Sanchez and outboxed. And he's never recovered from that. So shout out to Frank Sanchez for exposing people. I can't believe they put this Catterall fight on. As this the co-main, right? I really can't believe that. I really can't believe that they got the entire boxing community to just jump on the bandwagon of Usyk versus a kickboxer, and nobody complained. And I'm like, I wonder why. They was calling for Bud 3 days after he beat Canelo to fight Benavidez. This is real spill. 3 days after, they was like, hey, Bud, no, you got to prove you're a real champion. Go fight Benavidez. What? So they wanted him to fight the guy that Canelo wouldn't fight and ducked for years. 3 days after he just got the belts. Now all of a sudden, they okay with Usyk fighting the kickboxer, and this man got all the belts, except for one, I believe. It's crazy. You said you ready to go back to sleep, though? We only got one more fight. Push through it, sister. Push through it. Let's watch this kickboxer get beat up. It's so funny that they was even giving him a chance. They're like, I don't know, man. Usyk might be. And then I seen somebody put this, and this was disgusting. I'm gonna just be honest with you. In the comment section, when Usyk was giving him a bunch of credit, rating his chin and his power and his height, they was like, this is how boxing is supposed to be. You know, respect. Do your talking in the ring. Nobody wants to see that, man. Nobody wants to see. We want to hear trash talk. We want to hear somebody talk about somebody's mother. Like Tyson said, eating kids. We want to see all that stuff. We don't want to see two friends get in the ring and fight. Doesn't make for a good fight. Well, we've seen it in history with two friends get in there. It doesn't make for an exciting fight. We want people to get in there like Tyson, who talked about eating Lennox Lewis kids and then get knocked out. The build up to the fight, they was fighting at the press conference. We want to see that. That's good for boxing. It helps add to the lore of the fight. When Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder was fighting at the press conferences and pushing each other, and that added to the lore of the fight. That fight had did numbers that we hadn't seen in the heavyweight division in a long time, and it was because Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury legitimately didn't like each other. As much as they try to portray to be friends, by the time the fight had got there, couldn't stand each other. That's what boxing is supposed to be about. What's good, Kazi? Yo, Kazi, I kept trying to put your name in the chat, and it kept turning it to Chinese. The weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. It kept turning it, like, I don't know what's going on with the chat, but it kept turning it into Chinese. I'm like, what? But yeah. I can't believe that. I can't believe that everybody's okay with this. Shout out to the boxing community. Not being consistent. Not being consistent. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Amir. I mean, we know why you going to sleep. Bob Arum done retired. Bob Arum done retired, sister. We know. We know why you going to sleep. Top rank Amir. Amir, when is Top Rank gonna get off of Tubi? You're not watching it? Okay. You ain't got to. We already know what the results are gonna be. You must be playing. You must be gaming or something. You only wanted to see Torre. Oh, well, you saw it. 2 rounds. Yeah, we already know what the result is gonna be. We know what the result of the fight's gonna be. Everybody in their mama know. Even the kickboxer know. You know he can't beat Usyk, bro. Usyk been boxing his entire life. They off Tubi already. So who they with now? Yo, I remember when people was legitimately trying to sell that as that not being the L. They were like, Top Rank on Tubi. Nah, y'all don't realize how good that is for boxing. Like, bro, Tubi doesn't have a good reputation, bro. People clown on Tubi movies. That's what Tubi is known for. Awful low budget movies that I can make and put on there. That's what they known for. Oh, y'all don't understand, man. Tubi, like, get out of here, company, man. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Let me stop talking about your company then. So I may be at the Top Rank fight next weekend. That's dope. Are they with the zone? That man landed 23 jabs in the fight. Y'all don't understand, man. Tubi. Nah, because Tubi be but the boxing community crazy, bro. They crazy because they not what they be okay with and what they don't be okay with. That be like night and day. No, Scholar man, because Tubi really and it be showing all the fights. I got access to all the classic fights, bro. YouTube do the same thing. Are you telling me I'm gonna leave YouTube to go to Tubi to watch the awful movies and the boxing matches? Yo, I remember there was this chick that when people would talk about Eddie Hearn, she'd be like, "Y'all just don't like Eddie Hearn because he tall." What? That is hilarious. Like I never thought I would see the day where the boxing community would be so like fractured that they love boxing promoters. Like they ride hard for boxing promoters. Like they really be on some gangbang type of stuff. Like whoever like Top Rank, don't like Al Heyman, and whoever like Oscar De La Hoya don't like Eddie Hearn. They inherit the beef of the boxing promoters, and that is the weirdest thing in the world to me. I've never seen anything like it. They didn't do it back in the day. Like a lot of people didn't like Don King because obviously Mike Tyson and uh, the narrative that was put out about Don King. But, they didn't pick sides. They were aware of the promoters, but they didn't pick sides per se. So I just think that that's really weird that they do that. I think it's really weird. Bro, nobody wants to see no interview. Get that man out the ring and let's get to the main event. We came to see Usyk get a 5th round knockout. I wonder if Usyk gonna carry him. I wonder if Usyk gonna carry him. What y'all think? What you think, man? You think gonna carry him? Yeah, I wonder if he gonna carry him. This is crazy though. I can't imagine that, somebody who would talk stuff about me covering Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul or whatever the case may be, and then they just look at this like it's a legitimate boxing match. When you know the outcome. The same way you knew the outcome of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, this is another one where you know the outcome. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. That dude in the ring, he sure is long winded. He sure is long winded. My grandma would say. Give me 1 sec. All right, I'm back. Rico wins by leg kick. You think so? Am I alive? Said Fury and fought Ghana, so Usyk can do this for once. Bro, when Fury fought Francis Ngannou, everybody thought that was a joke. They said it was a freak show. And when AJ fought him, they said it was a money grab. Like, bro, come on. No. You're gonna be consistent. Usyk and neither one of those guys had all the belts except for one at the time. Usyk has every single belt except for one. So no, we're not fit to do that. There's no excuse why the undisputed champion says he has 3 fights left, said 3 or 5 fights left, and this is one of his fights that he said he has left, and he has all the belts. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Floyd Mayweather versus Kareem Mayfield or Andre Berto because he's earned his stuff. We're not doing any of that. And Floyd Mayweather wasn't the undisputed champion at the time that he took those fights, and people still didn't want to accept it. So we're not accepting this. No way. Usyk should not be fighting this dude. Y'all should not be justifying it. And there's no more to it. The fact that they moved it to moved it to the pyramids in Egypt is even more insulting. Like, what? You think this fight is worthy of that? I thought you said this wasn't no charity, Turkey. That sounded like charity to me. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful two. Landed on. Kind of rough. Right down the center. Amir, you need to get back in boxing. It's wide open for you. Ain't no women left. You can go in there and fight Alicia Bumgarner. I'll make sure we'll make sure her blood is clean. We'll do a hashtag protect the mirror campaign. Make sure that blood and urine gets to the lab. Usyk fought and beat all the main guys. You got to stop. He fought Caballero. What about Wardley? What about the guy that just beat Wardley? What about Joseph Parker? Usyk only got 5 fights. And then one of the fights, he was trying to fight Wilder. That's what I'm saying. Listen, when Wilder had his last output, everybody was saying that Wilder was washed up. Oh, man, why is Wilder still boxing? He don't need to be doing this to himself. Then Usyk announced he wants to fight him, and now everybody's okay with it. Bro, y'all got to stop this. It's obvious. It's obvious what's going on with Usyk and the Usyk love, bro. I got to sit back and watch people talk about how great Usyk is, great of a fighter that he is, and how he might be, and then it talks of him versus Muhammad Ali, silly stuff. I have to listen to. The man only got, outside of rematches, 5 or 6 fights at heavyweight, and the guys that he fought definitely would have been bums in Muhammad Ali's time. Sickening. So you was never okay with him fighting Wilder? Bro, Caballero been at the top for a long time and been avoided. What are you talking about? Matter of fact, Caballero right now, Turkey Al-Rashid said it's hard to find fights for Caballero. Caballero could fight Usyk right now. You think Usyk gonna fight him before he retired? The only guy that Usyk could have probably been considered beat if that was at the top was Tyson Fury. Like him fighting what's you call it again? Name the bars I thought was a waste of fight. Usyk definitely will do that too. He'll definitely rematch the hell out of a guy. Rematch the hell out of a guy that he's already beat. He definitely does that. Instead of wasting those fights on rematches, he could have just fought another top guy. I can't be sold on Usyk. Who could Usyk beat in the Ali era? His meat. Ron Law would have knocked out Usyk. Ron Law was a guy that was a journeyman and could never be champion. Think about that for a second. And Ron Law was an absolute beast. Muscles had muscles. Guys from Usyk era would have destroyed Usyk. I mean, from Ali's era would have destroyed Usyk. I don't even think Usyk would have lasted in the 90s era. I don't think Usyk's that good. AJ knows greatness. That's why he follows Usyk. Is that what it is? Maybe AJ doesn't have a high IQ of boxing. That's why he keeps training in trainers. And that's why, and in fights, he'll ask his corner, like, hey, what do I need to do? And they won't give him instructions. So he keeps trying to find that person that's going to take his understanding of boxing to the next level in real time. Because AJ's weakness is when you get him thinking. You give him a game plan, you tell him to open it to exploit, he can follow that to a T. But if that doesn't work, and you get AJ thinking, you can beat him all day. You can beat him all day. He's a very beatable person. So AJ wants to know. He told Usyk after the fight, how did you beat me, man? How did you beat me? How? Huh? You don't weigh as much as me. How? Huh? Remember when he had that breakdown in the ring? Bro, you don't have to take my word. Go look at the post-fight after he fought Usyk. He said it. He couldn't understand how Usyk beat him. What I'm doing is calling this this era the weakest era since the Klitschko era of heavyweights. And because it's the weakest era, Usyk reigns. Well, before Usyk fought Tyson Fury, I remember telling everybody that this was a battle of the overrateds. You got one overrated versus another, that I wasn't that big on it. I didn't think it was all that good for boxing. And I said the person that wins the fight is going to be more overrated than the matchup, right? And that's exactly what happened. If Tyson Fury would have won, they would have said Tyson Fury was the greatest fighter of all time. We've never seen a fighter 6'9", move the way he moves. He moves like a lightweight. All the rhetoric that they were saying in the build-up to every fight that Tyson Fury's had. So I'm glad Tyson Fury got derailed. And here, let me tell you how cold this is. I did a breakdown before on Muhammad Ali versus Tyson Fury. And I basically said how Tyson Fury, all of his hype is basically on his height. And he's not even 6'9", he's more like 6'7". And I showed proof that where he said he's 6'7". And the fight that he was about to fight, can't remember, was it Allen? Can't remember who he was about to fight. But before the press conference, he said basically, no, I'm 6'7". And I showed people that, that he's really 6'7". He just says that he's 6'9" because they don't check height in boxing, which is crazy enough, right? They take your word for it. So anyway, don't believe me, go look at Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz had his reach before he fought Wilder listed at like 82, 83 or something. And then when he finally fought Wilder, I guess they finally did his measurements and he had to put his real measurements. But I basically brought up in that breakdown that Tyson Fury, is a product of YouTube hype, YouTube belief, YouTube hype, great white hype, all that good stuff, right? And then, and that Ali would beat Tyson Fury. When I tell you the amount of stupid comments I got that I didn't know boxing, I don't know what I'm talking about, blah, 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 right? And guess what? A guy Muhammad Ali's height, half of Muhammad Ali's skill, goes in there and outboxes Tyson Fury and damn near knocks him out in the second fight. Because I know what I'm talking about. I know this boxing stuff. Listen, I don't think there's a person out there who watched more boxing than me. Not one. Especially from the beginning. Oh my God. When I first started in this, when I tell you I done seen so many black and white films, like, bro, I dream in black and white. I done seen so much black and white film. That's crazy. Like, bro, I done put well more than 10,000 hours into boxing. Like, a lot of stuff is just not up for debate. And, I'm able to see stuff because I'm not biased. I don't care about a fighter that much to jeopardize my reputation. Usyk is a decent fighter in a weak era. That's why he appears to be great. but he hasn't been fighting heavyweight his entire career. And if he stays in there and he fights, there's some things he could do where I could be like, okay, I'll give him credit. Fighting a kickboxer is not one of them. If he goes fight Caballero, if he fight Caballero and he beats him, I'll say, okay. Usyk is a really, really good fighter. And the reason why I would say that, because stylistically, Caballero is a nightmare for Usyk. He's a body puncher. And he don't quit. Like, remember when he fought Zhang and he got knocked down? He got right back up and took care of business. So he can't be intimidated. So he got good mental fortitude, So I want to see that. I want to see that. He got to beat that guy. Who else we got? I wouldn't even say Wilder, because Wilder's not that. But just go get Wilder on your resume because you didn't fight him, when he was Wilder. I remember when people was trying to, fancy that matchup, and he was like, he doesn't like Wilder and all this stuff, but he never went to go fight Wilder when Wilder was Wilder. He waited till it was this version of Wilder. So, yeah. What's good, Jeray? Said, people saying Fury would win easy based on the size, but Ali whooped Terrell, who was 6'6". And it's funny. It's funny. I did in my breakdown. I showed Ernie Terrell. And how he had Muhammad Ali in reach, and Muhammad Ali was just jabbing the hell out of him. So I think people's expectations on boxing and other athletes have changed every time. It's just the era we're living. People used to have just stuff. Nowadays, people just be famous for one hit. That's true. So, water, because water's watching. Now, he need water. He need water. He need water as a name. They gon' How could you say you was the best in the era and you don't got the names? You go look at the old school people. When Muhammad Ali came on the scene, he fought Archie Moore. Archie Moore was well past his prime. But you need that name. You need to clean up the old division, the old dogs, and then you need to clean up all of the young dogs from yours. And that's been the cycle of boxing since the beginning. Said they think the same is true in the industry. They don't need to do too much. That's a fact. Correct. So ways where Wilder was. No, that's not true. That is not true. Because I remember he went on Teddy Atlas's podcast. He went on Teddy Atlas's podcast. I think it was like his second fight. I think it was the Witherspoon fight. And they basically was, interviewing him, talking about how much they loved him. That's when Ken Rideout was still over there. And they was talking about, him fighting Wilder. And he said, I can't remember what his answer to that was, but I remember them bringing that fight up. So that would have been a good matchup. I would have liked to see it when Wilder still had the confidence to throw that right hand. Because you see glimpses of it now. That just show you the big difference in confidence, right? Like, you take a person and you give them all the gifts in the world, but you remove their confidence and they're useless. Then you take a person, you give them half the gifts that a Wilder has, but you give them a ton of confidence and they can go overachieve. That's the crazy part about life, right? They can go overachieve. So Deontay Wilder, he still got the right hand still there. He just don't have the confidence to throw it. And I seen in a fight with what's the dude's name? Chisora, where he would get confident. He would throw the right hand and he would throw it exactly how he threw it back in a day. You know what I mean? Which can't be taught. It's swag. The right hand that he throws is based on swag. And he's really loose when he throws it too, because he's confident with it. And wow, he threw it and he hit him and he dazed him. And then he threw it again. So you see glimpses of Wilder, being the Wilder of old, but it's confidence, man. So who would you have the best chance? Who had the best chance in the old? Give me 1 second. Damn, now my link ain't working. It's crazy. One phone call. One phone call done froze my whole link. There we go. So who would Usyk have the best chance of beating in the olden era? I don't think Usyk beats nobody in the top 10. I don't think he'd beat nobody in the top 10. That's my answer. I think Usyk is a good, like I said, I think he's a good heavyweight in a weak era. Even if you look at the era that he's in, the guys that he beat, he moved up. He moved up when those guys was shells of themselves. He didn't fight Anthony Joshua when he was undefeated. And a lot of people, I see in comment early, a lot of people talk about Deontay Wilder. Talk about AJ not being the same since the Ruiz fight. We haven't seen Ruiz since the Anthony Joshua fight. Anthony Joshua came out on the better side of that L than Ruiz did. Ruiz fired his trainer after the rematch. He showed up bigger in the rematch. He lost a belt on the scale in the rematch. He lost a Snickers deal that he had after that fight. He was knocked down by a washed-up Areola after that fight. The fight affected Andy Ruiz negatively. It didn't affect AJ negatively. AJ went on to beat knockout Francis Ngannou, dismantle what's the dude that gave Tyson Fury trouble and cut him? I forgot that guy's name, but he went on to fight that heavyweight. Anthony Joshua's career is not that bad, especially after that fight. We ain't heard from Ruiz. Ruiz went on a weight loss journey after that. He became a influencer, a weight influencer, a weight loss influencer since that fight. Man ain't did nothing pertaining to boxing. He'll come out every now and then and throw out a name. He'll throw up a name, but never fight anybody. Wallen, thank you. Otto Wallen. Yes, it's not that the power's not there. It's just that Wilder, he don't throw. His confidence is everything. Relaxing in the ring is key. You got to be relaxed, right? That's how you're able to see stuff. That's how you're able to block punches, and that's how you're able to counter with shots. You just zone out, right? You gotta be able to relax to reach that zone. So when you get to there, he's not relaxed. His confidence is gone. Tyson Fury took his confidence. But if he had his confidence, I guarantee you he'd still be knocking people out. Because remember when he came back, he slapped, what's the old dude's name? Bro, I'm having a horrible day with names. Old dude with the beard that Anthony Joshua eventually ended up knocking out too as well. He slapped that guy to sleep. He didn't even hit him with a full right hand. Yeah. He said, hold on, he said, so if Wilder had it, should have had one shot. So he just showed glimpses of it. He showed glimpses of it, bro, because it's like, I said, it's a confidence thing. You go back and look at Wilder's old fights, he's always looked horrible. Always. There hasn't been one fight where I'm like, damn, Wilder looked good. No, didn't. Right? But he's always looked horrible. It's just that his power would make people forget how horrible he looked in the matches. So Deontay Wilder, but one thing he had his confidence. Remember, he would come to the ring in his Gucci shades. He had his like little fur on. Like he just had swag about himself. And remember, he used to say it. You got to be perfect for 36 minutes. I only got to be perfect for 2 seconds. He said he letting you know where his confidence lies. But in the first fight with Tyson Fury, it wasn't enough. What Goodman Smith? He got up. He got up after the knockdown, right? So that kind of shook his confidence a little bit. And then he eventually goes and gets knocked out by Tyson Fury, or to get knocked down in the second fight, and then gets knocked out in the third fight. Those things was enough to where he don't believe in his right hand no more. He used to believe in his right hand. Like, I think he thought his right hand could beat a gun. Like if they gave him, like, back in the day when you did it, like 10 paces, I think Deontay Wilder would have picked his right hand over a gun. He was that confident in it. But now, nah, he don't believe in it. He's unsure. Either throw it with confidence a little bit of confidence, but he's not as sure as he was back in the day. Back in the day, I would even see Wilder hit people and the right hand not even really affect him, but they might lose their balance a little bit. And he think, oh, I got him hurt, got him hurt. And he can start going crazy because he believed in his right hand that much. Even when he didn't hurt him, he thought his right hand hurt him. You know? So, yeah, he don't got it no more. He don't got it no more. And there's not enough ayahuasca tea that he can do to make him have it. So, it is what it is. Number 8. I mean, lose tonight. What's good, Deuce? Yeah, I don't care about Waters' twerking video. I don't make it on my radar. You watched it? What did you think of it? Deuce, we here to see Usyk fight this kickboxer, and they don't talk about how great he is when he knock him out. Boxing be so predictable. Like, not only did I tell everybody about Richard Torres, 5 years ago, about Big Baby Anderson, 5 years ago, you know, like, got a good track record of telling people exactly how they show up when I'm wrong. They never show back up and say, man, you was right about XYZ, right? I got a great track record of that. Of telling people exactly who people are, right? Even with Wilder, you know how much smoke I got for saying Wilder couldn't box. Now everybody then came to the realization that he can't do it. The Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Mayweather comparison, those being blasphemous, that Shakur is really not that guy. Now everybody's coming along to see that he's really not that guy. Like, come on, bro. I'm sick of that Usyk simping. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I'm tired of the Usyk praise. I don't feel like he's deserving of it. Now, I will say he is he's the number one guy. I will say that he's the number one guy. But I just don't think this era is strong enough to put him as a great. They be talking about this guy like, bro. Now it's obvious in hindsight. I got so much pushback whenever I used to say these things. You know, they were calling me a hater. They was calling me a lot of things for just saying what I observed, and all those things came to pass. Wasn't too much I was wrong about. If I had to give like a percentage, probably like 75-25. Wrong about 25%, right about 75. They never show back up for the 75. When I tell them Big Baby was eventually going to get exposed and be. Big Baby was still dismantling people in the ring when I said this. They was talking about, oh, Big Baby, they better find him an opponent before he actually kills somebody in the ring, blah, 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 blah. All this bull stuff, right? And guess what? I was right about all that stuff, man. Big Baby ended up getting exposed. Torres ended up getting exposed. They was talking about Richard Torres and Big Baby as carrying the mantle for the heavyweight division and bringing American boxing back. That's what YouTube was doing. And you know what? This is how predictable they is. You know what's going to happen today? The same way that we didn't know this kickboxer a month ago, and I don't give a damn what nobody say. They didn't know this goddamn kickboxer. Don't care what they tell you. That's a good way to see if they're a liar or not. Ask them, did they know who this kickboxer was a month ago? And if they say yes, you know that they're a liar. Definitely didn't know who this guy was, right? There are hardcore boxing fans who didn't know who this guy was, right? And Usyk announced the fighter. You know that Usyk, he's not going to beat Usyk. If Usyk is the guy that y'all think that he is, the best heavyweight, why would he lose to a kickboxer? Why? There's never been a kickboxer besides Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly who have even had success as boxers. Not one, besides those two. And those two got knocked out and beat up by a bunch of boxers, had to go to the manga store before they were successful, right? Why would this be any different? Why is this situation? Why are they painting this fight out to be a good fight and a 50-50 fight? Why are they doing this? And why are we falling for it? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You think he'll kick Usyk in the head? That's his best chance to win. When someone died in the ring because their opponent took steroids, there's been people that died in the ring, but I don't think there's been a positive test afterwards. They were pretending like it was 50-50 before the fight. They was like, yeah, they were like, yeah, this is a respectful fight. They're doing that talking in the ring. They were giving him a chance. They was giving him a chance in the fight. Like, if Usyk is who you say he is, this should be undoubtedly an easy victory. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Nigel took roids. One of my co-hosts, All Positive, he talked about in the I think Nigel Ben's book that he kind of admitted it that he took roids. But I still don't have any proof. Speculation is not enough in certain areas. Now it has to be like looking at the entire picture. Like in some areas, I'm like, okay, this guy definitely sorry, you know. So is he 10 pounds heavier because he's not training as hard? Nah, he's just older. The older you get, the more easier it is. The weight comes. You go look at the most supreme athletes ever, the Muhammad Ali's, the Tysons, whoever. The weight comes. There's a video of Muhammad Ali pinching his belly, and he's like, the older that he gets, the harder it is to lose it. It's a part of life. Testosterone, body getting adjusted to weight, a lot of different stuff, All right, here we go. Here we go. The referee like Mark Cuban. No, this ain't the main event. And that's another thing, man. This is another thing I gotta say. They got to get better matchmakers. They be so focused on the spectacle of it. Like they go get showbiz. They go get, a lot of UK commentators, which UK commentators are the worst. Just being honest, they're the worst. They're horrible at calling the action. They don't understand what they're looking at. They are awful. They are awful. Get Paulie Malignaggi a job. Get somebody that, get Tim Bradley. Get somebody that know how to break down the sport. Teddy Atlas, he's available. There's a lot of people that's available that they just, they focus on the spectacle of it. But, stop focusing on the spectacle of it and, get better matchmakers. Was it Shiraz? Yeah. It's crazy. The Boots fight that's about to happen. The Boots fight that's about to happen. Boots is gonna destroy. Boots is gonna destroy what you call it, Xander. Y'all really think Boots? Come on, man. Y'all like people really thinking this is like a real legitimate like 50-50 matchup. I don't think Xander got his size, but I mean, just like Zerto. You see what happened with Zerto and Bivol? Bivol, he didn't bulk up. Zerto bulked up before that fight and had, all the hype beat up out of him. Like, Boots chose this guy because he's the weakest champion, and Boots is gonna destroy this guy. That guy has no chance of beating Boots. People saying now the resistance is higher. That's maybe so. You might be right. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Certainty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna call you Cert. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Benavidez, I wasn't the biggest opponent of Benavidez. You know what happened, sir, is that the guys of the commentators and critiquers of yesteryear were more harsher than they are now. And what I mean is, even if they seen talent, they wouldn't jump at it, right? They would have to look deep before they put their stamp on it, right? So a lot of them would like see a Muhammad Ali, a talented guy, and they might not like, just, okay, let's not jump on this right away. They would give criticism and make Ali go prove the criticism wrong before they rated him as great. Nowadays, they make it's flipped. They're making you great before you even prove yourself good. That's why we see a lot of people get derailed. That's why we see a lot of people, hype trains get derailed, because they're doing the opposite of it. You know, and with Benavidez, I wasn't sold on Benavidez. I seen his mental flaw. I seen that he was still stuck in his fat kid frame in his mind. That he's so worried about weight, and then he's insecure in his fights. But I seen it the entire time. That's why he loses his weight that's why he losing his belt on technicalities, not in the actual ring, because he wasn't disciplined. He was making excuses for himself. I seen all that. But now, Benavidez, right now speaking, he's going to be hard for anybody to beat. He believes it. He believes his hype. He didn't ask Canelo for the mantle. He took it from him. And these are things that I've noticed. And I think people should stay away from. They should stay away from Benavidez. I'm just being honest with you. When a lot of people thought I was crazy, and they said, him versus Usyk. But we got to stop. Listen, this is one thing we got to stop doing nowadays. With the introduction of PEDs, right, and technology, weight classes don't even matter no more, right? We watch Matias just walk through punches from round 1 to 11, knock people out, round 1 through 12, and still be healthy after the fight. That's modern medicine. We see Ryan Garcia throw a punch so fast, bam, we didn't even catch it on camera. This is modern medicine nowadays. So we gotta look at weight classes like they don't exist no more, because they're doing it so easy. They're jumping. What their weight classes used to mean something when they didn't know as much as they know about the human body, right? So when people be saying stuff like, "Could David Benavidez beat Usyk?" and I entertain it, they think I'm crazy as hell. But it's because of the medicine. That's number one, why I give people a chance. I don't know what they own. Number two, have we not learned anything with Usyk? Usyk is beating guys that outweigh him with by 20 and 40 pounds. They muscles got muscles. So I mean, we gotta start looking at boxing a little bit different than we look. And I get it, weight does matter, and it's mattered in the past, and it probably always should matter, but apparently PEDs matter too. Apparently PEDs matter too, so some things we gotta consider. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. I think Benavidez is really dangerous right now. I think Benavidez and Keyshawn. I think I did a pound for pound. I put Keyshawn on it, and people was mad on it. Some people wanted Bud on my list. I'm like, bro, Bud is retired. Why don't put a retired fighter on my pound for pound list? He's not active. It's stupid stuff, right? So, but watch what's gonna happen. People gonna think because of the Albright fight that Keyshawn is vulnerable and blah blah blah, and he's gonna knock out his next opponent. He's gonna start knocking out people, a lot of people that they think is top guys, and people gonna be surprised. Albright just has a style for Keyshawn that just offsets him, and there's some people that are like that. Kenny Norton for Ali. Kenny Norton wasn't the greatest fighter of all time, but he just offset Ali. So my link froze. It froze with Shiraz walking out. I hit the refresh now, watching highlights of him binging him up. Yo, he already stopped him? Yo, please tell me this is a joke. Are y'all hold on. Certainty, sir. Let me know something, bro. My link froze up. Did the link freeze with him walking out, and then I press play, and now he stopped him already? Bro, are you serious right now? Oh my God, that is crazy. Turkey, I thought you wasn't into the charity. Why are you putting on matches like this? That's why I say they need better matchmakers. You're fighting in Egypt, and in the pyramid. Deliver. Deliver. What do we get by watching that? The Torres versus Sanchez fight was probably the most exciting fight on the card tonight. And that's because it was a heavyweight bout and it ended in a knockout. What did we learn? What was that? Like why was that Cobain worthy? The dude got beat so fast he didn't even get time to break a sweat. And if you look at his face, he knew he was a sacrificial lamb. Look whose corners look at the corners. The corners even look dead. I don't even see anybody. If you look at optics wise, and it could be because his corner is greeting the other corner, but there's nobody in his corner. Nobody on his side. It's clearly the A side is the guy with all the people on his side. Why is this matchup a real thing, man? He said people suspected Ken Norton was on it. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know. I know it was a lot harder to get that type of stuff back in the 60s. So I don't know about that. You hear the music they playing? Yeah. He done what he was meant to do tonight, of course. He put him on the world stage officially. They don't give out world championships. Tell us why you're great again. That's so stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna go warm me up some food. Gonna go make me some food. Yeah, let me go ahead and get me some food. Hey, to all the people out there who graduated, had somebody in their family graduate, congratulations. And stay away from R. Kelly. You'll be all right. No, spring. But congratulations. I knew Andy Lee was going to be a good trainer whenever I seen him around Emmanuel Stewart. He was soaking up everything Emmanuel Stewart taught him. Yeah, let me go make this. It's only going to get better in the indie league. All right, bro. Go to the next fight. And this is what I mean by they need better matchmaking. It's like they prepare. So if you match Shiraz against a bone, what's going to be the result of that fight? A knockout. Why aren't you? Why are you looking? Why are you scrambling and scraping after the knockout happens? Like you don't know what to do next. Why are you not prepared for what you matchmake for? It's crazy to me. Like them up here, just hey, I would like to give an honor to Turkey, alhamdulillah, and they sound like Mike Tyson after he beat, you know, uh, uh, I just had to bury my best friend Daryl. I wasn't gonna train for this fight. Gonna rip his heart. That's what they sound like. Interesting. Yeah, give me a sec. Okay, take a second. Like spiders and be to be anticipated. Shout out to Malik Scott. Yeah, but that commentating too. You know what's funny? When Warley fought Danny DeBarge, Max Kellerman said that fight wasn't exciting. I guarantee you, when Usyk knocks out this kickboxer, Max Kellerman's gonna say how exciting it is and show his showbiz adult. They company men. They bought and paid for it. Like he put a down payment on them. They're showing highlights for the fight. Give me one second. He knows. He knows. Are you serious? Give me 1 second. Usyk weak, dude. So all right, I'm back. I'm back. I had to grab me something to eat. I was starving. All right, let's see what's going on. They showing commercial. The mystery: can Usyk get it done tonight? That's what they act like. Can Usyk get it done? He's up in age. Will Usyk lose to a kickboxer? The world may never know. Thank you, Turkey Alashi, for answering this mystery for us. Without you, nobody would have known the mystery of Usyk versus the kickboxer. commercial is going to be longer than the fight. I should have bet that the fight will go to distance. Nah, the odds is probably crazy. They know Usyk can stop this man. Commercials, bro. They going crazy with this commercial. Yo, when did Link start showing commercials? Have they always did that? Maybe I just never noticed. They showing the McDonald's commercial. All right, all the commercials out the way. They didn't stall long enough. Yeah, we have to fight now. Canelo gonna be there as the next guy up. You know, it's over for that Canelo era. He got to fight and Billy, and then he got to fight Shiraz. And I think I don't think Canelo's washed. Go back and look at Boots went over. He's so washed that Boots went over to spar him. Boots ain't going towards nothing but dangerous. Oh, damn, mosquito get him out. Then they showing Usyk like the king of Egypt. That's crazy. Undisputed versus undisputed is what they said in this fight. Can you believe it? He believes he can win. He's coming to win. Then why? If that's true, then why him winning would be the hugest upset probably in boxing history. It's crazy. Somebody said, what an incredible selection of boxing match that we have on this one. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie that he talking about the back. Look at the backdrop. The pyramid, they run out of stuff to talk about. But to be fair, that is true. That is true. The pyramids in the background is dope. Here we are, moments away from Alexander Usyk making his way to that ring over there. Like, bro, they just running out of shit to talk about. This reminds me of like when you didn't do your homework and the teacher asked you to describe the book that you read. Is that Alistair Overeem? They got Alistair Overeem to commentate this fight? Bro, they suck. They suck. Turkey sucks. The promotion sucks. The only thing, the best part about it is the graphics and the location. The matchmaking sucked. The selection of commentators sucked. The lack of preparation. So you throw Shiraz in there with a bum. Why aren't you prepared for him knocking out the bum? Why are we sitting there talking about how great the backdrop is? And minutes from now, Usyk will be walking in that ring right there. Like they're doing like CNN stuff. And then on top of all of that, they chose Alistair Overeem to commentate where did they even find him? He's a failed UFC fighter that took steroids and arguably ended up in one of the greatest knockouts of all time of Francis Ngannou when he uppercutted him and almost knocked his head off his shoulders. What is he doing there? F it. At this point, get Dennis Rodman. Somebody go find out what Dennis Rodman is doing, and we'll get Dennis Rodman to commentate the fight. F it. F it. We don't care no more. He said, who are Rangers? I agree. Who are Rangers, bro? Who sent them, bro? Who sent this guy? That's crazy. You can't say it's Dana White because Dana White doesn't like Alistair Overeem. He didn't make him enough money, and he wasn't a good enough employee. I don't know what the hell this is up to. He said, someone that scholar commenting. Or at least Paulie Malignaggi. At least Timothy Bradley. They just said it would be an embarrassment if Usyk stopped him in 2 rounds. No, it wouldn't be an embarrassment. It would be what we expect from a 2-time undisputed champion of the world and a kickboxer. When he gets hit, he's going to be hit harder than he's ever been hit before. You see the commentary? Tony Bellew sucks too. You see the commentary? Agreed, bro. Agreed. And you know what's funny? Look how small Alistair Overeem is when he's not on roids. He's smaller than Tony Bellew. This is what I remember about Alistair Overeem. He fought, I think, in Pride, if I'm not mistaken. But he was like 205, right? This dude disappeared and started taking every steroid under the sun and blew up. Like his muscles had muscles. And everybody was like, how did you do it? This dude went on to tell everybody, like, I was eating horse meat. You know, I was doing this. I was like, bro, get out of here. Horse meat? Well, now that he's not on the horse meat anymore, the dude is shrunk down so much that he's fine suited for his tailor suit that he has on right now. You know, and Tony Bellew is bigger than him. Not only taller, just bigger. Say he's smaller than me, and he looked bigger than Lesnar. Even his eyebrows had muscles factor, bro. He looked huge in MMA. Bro, are you serious? Jason Statham was the action guy that's the same character in every movie, was like Turkey Al-Ashidi, you know, he makes dreams come true. Like, bro, what kind of Illuminati stuff is this, bro? Maybe that's a possibility, sir. I remember, sir, whenever Tony Bellew fought David Haye. David Haye was definitely on steroids. But I'm always suspicious of people that leave for a long time, right? And y'all should be too as well, because what happens is they naturally take steroids in boxing, or naturally takes PEDs, not steroids, right? But they run the risk of getting caught. When somebody retires abruptly and then like comes back, you could kind of put that jacket on them. Lomachenko is what I'm getting at, right? Lomachenko leaving for a while, then coming back announcing the fight. Tank is like, if you would have stayed natural progression, you probably would have fought Tank anyway. That was the fight that they were hitting from when you retired. Why did you have to retire for a while, then come back to that fight? Then you see Lomachenko more aggressive. I know y'all seen Lomachenko trying to fight Shakur outside the ring. He was telling Shakur, come on, right now, no gloves, no gloves. I'm like, Lomachenko has never displayed this type of behavior. But now all of a sudden, he's super aggressive. That dude is definitely on PEDs. Yeah, he was definitely on steroids. Yep. And you know what else they leave for? They give their body time to catch up to the roids. Like, so your bones will your bone density will increase. I mean, Alistair Overeem is living testimony to this, right? Bone and density would increase. You can potentially get taller on steroids. I'm not promoting that as a tool to get taller, but I mean, look at him. He shriveled up after it. That dude was taller whenever he was on roids. Holyfield said he grew 2 inches. So their bone density increases. Holyfield was able to headbutt bigger guys with thicker skulls because the PEDs have made his skull so thick and dense. So just some things to think about. So that's why they leave. Let their body adjust to the roids, and they can come in and take a bunch of punishment or deliver a bunch of punishment. But Tiaz, another example. Tiaz used to walk through punches. Nah, Holyfield. Yeah, he had puberty late, all right. Steroid. Go look at my video. I got a video on my page, and it says Holyfield took steroids and he got question marks. Go look at that video, bro. Yeah, Holyfield probably did. He threw combinations on the bag with his head. I watched Emily Scott break down the fight. You notice he didn't break down anything that Usyk was gonna do to Rico. All Usyk's weakness is to give the people the illusion that Rico has a chance. This is interesting. It's interesting that they stretching this fight out. We should have already had him in the ring already. He should have already been getting stretched. Oh my God. He said that Rico's mother passed away while he was in training camp, and he compared him to Buster Douglas. Bro, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. They don't pay you that much, bro. They couldn't pay me that much to where I'll point the fact out that this could be a Buster Douglas moment. Buster Douglas was a boxer who had been tested, who had fought the likes of Oliver McCall, the top guys at that point before he fought Mike Tyson. He didn't come out of nowhere. He just wasn't expected to be the prime Mike Tyson. But that's crazy to me that they even bring that up. He brought it up, and then she was like, so you're saying so you're telling me there's a chance. No. I'm still riding with Usyk. Then what's the point of bringing it up? Oh, these people are so frustrated, man. Like really frustrated. Because we like because everybody there is getting paid. Everybody there has to pretend that this kickboxer really has a chance to beat Alexander Usyk. And then they have to make the audience believe it too as well. And then they have to tell the audience how exciting a fight this is and why you should be tuning into this fight. So they're just everybody just faking it. All you see is smiles there. Turkey smiles, that's what I'm calling it. All you see is turkey Sheet smiles there. Everybody's grinning from ear to ear. It's really weird. Got some weird Arabic music playing in the background. Then you got a weird mixed match of commentators. They wouldn't found Alistair Overeem eating some horse meat, offered him a commentating job. Like this is just a freak show. It's a freak show. And then the fact that Shiraz dismantled his opponent fast, they knew it would happen because they put him in there against the bum. I believe the guy was like damn near 40 years old, right? Threw him in there with a bum, right? And now they're not prepared of him finishing the bum early. Now they got to just pretend like, hey, what's your favorite color? Like they're just doing just filler stuff. It's irritating. Yes, that's an absolute fact. Buster Douglas did fight quality opponents before fighting Mike Tyson. The thing with Buster Douglas is he just developed the reputation of a quitter because he was a quitter. He was a guy that had an enormous amount of talent because Buster Douglas could crack, and but anytime it was in a fight where you had to depend on your will, he came up short. He couldn't deliver on it, and he had a reputation for that. But his mom died, put things into perspective. He stopped giving a F. Stopped caring. He didn't care anymore. He didn't care who. That was a bad stylistic matchup for Mike Tyson. Bad. That was horrible. Now they talk about Usyk War. Like, bro, this is just stupid, bro. It's a big game of make believe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm becoming disinterested in the fight. One thing I don't have to waste is time. I'm wasting my time right now. For a fight I already know the result of. They could have maybe just slam the end button to the line. We're going on what? Central Time, we're going on 5 o'clock, man. And an event where the most exciting matchup of the day was a heavyweight destruction of a hype job. Kudos to y'all, but what are we doing right now? McCall said Douglas punched harder than Lennox. Yes, that's a fact. They buying into Rico have a chance, even if it makes them look bad and they lose their credibility. Yeah, that's a fact. They don't care. They get paid. They get paid either way. They're like lawyers. They get paid win or lose. Look good, Rob G.
Brother.
What's up, bro?
Man, I just got home. I thought I was about to miss it. Hey, are they talking like 2-3 dudes like in the middle of a runway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just making sure. Mine was kind of glitching. Shoot, I just tuned in. I was driving home with a Shiraz. I missed it. All I saw was Shiraz. They were taking his
Bro, tell
gloves
me
off.
one of my stream pros, Raji. And then when it came back, it was the highlights from the knockout. Bro. I was like, what? That fast?
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah. So, I guess this guy that he's fighting, that's the some kind of gimmick, right? And he was a kickboxer.
Yeah.
So it was a crossover fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I think Usyk should get a bunch of slack for.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro, you got.
Who would he fight like within the rankings? Like, who would be next up? You know.
I don't know who Turkey, because it's basically what Turkey says, but I would like to see him versus Caballero. I wouldn't even mind him versus Zhilei Zhang.
Caballero, man, I don't know why I can't think of
Yijit, the body puncher.
I know the name, but I just can't if I try
to me, I think he's the best heavyweight, Raji, right now.
Okay.
He's cold. He's cold. The first time he came into the scene, he beat that Russian guy. There was a Russian guy who used to do his neck like Mike Tyson. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody was saying how cold that dude was. I can't think of his name. It started with an M. He destroyed that guy. Like that dude was like, he destroyed and dismantled him. I was like, okay, you're just good. And I like the fact that he body punches. That's a lost art in boxing. And then, he fought Zhilei Zhang. When him and Zhilei Zhang fought, I'm like, oh, snap. Like, this is going to be a good one. Zhilei Zhang knocked him down. He got up, stopped Zhilei Zhang to the body. I was like, bro, this dude is tailor-made to beat Usyk. Usyk don't like body punches. Every time he's ever been hurt.
That's right.
Magmadov. That's his name. Magmadov. Thank you, bro. Magmadov, yeah.
Who? Let me see here. What they talking about? Magmadov. Oh, yeah. Magmadov, something like that. All right.
So I think Yijit's the best one right now. Like, he stands the best chance of beating Alexander. But I would like to see Alexander fight him. I want to see just Alexander just sweep up the division. I don't care if they washed up or not. Just get him out the way. Beat Wilder, beat him. Lay your claim. Like, there's not a doubt that Bud is the best guy the best guy at 47. He beat the who's who. He fought Kell Brook. He fought Kell Brook. He fought Amir Khan. Like, he went to clean him up. He swept him up.
Yeah,
Put him in a vacuum.
I don't know who you're talking about. Whenever I think of Yijit, I think of that dude that Rolly Romero fought. Yijit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The last guy that Fury fought was the net guy.
How you say it?
Yijit Caballero. They be having the messed up ass name.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, they throwing in their big guns. They got Joe Chesator there. They got 6 commentators on the screen, and all of them is talking about why Rico has a chance.
So this guy, he's actually something though in kickboxing. Like this guy is actually he's pretty good in kickboxing.
Roger, I have no idea. I didn't even know who this guy was before a month ago.
Shit. Yep. Yeah, man. I didn't even know. To be honest, I forgot about this fight. I found out about it last night.
Same.
Or yesterday, maybe not last night, but sometime within the past 24 hours, because I saw the weigh-in on the YouTube algorithm. I didn't catch it live, but I saw it, like Usyk went. I said, what?
Yo, Sir made a great point. He said, not talking about Usyk says it all. That's a fact. They're trying to sell a dream. They're trying to sell something to us. Like, hey, you guys, let me tell you why Usyk might not win this fight. So you're telling me they're Dumb and Dumber stuff, bro? Like, come on, bro. If Usyk loses this fight, bro, like that just shows how weak boxing is right now. I mean, Francis Ngannou kind of exposed that too as well.
Is this sanctioned or what? Or is this exhibition?
I have no idea. I mean, the way it's going is basically Turkey makes up the rules. Turkey has so much power in this game, Rob G. When he was talking about a shrinking ring, we gave it validity because he has the money to do it. Like whatever he says, the sanctioning bodies are gonna listen. He's in charge, bro. So it's like, I don't know what this is. If he says this is the title eliminator, you know what's gonna happen? The next person gets a shot at the boss's belt.
Yeah. Wait, Usyk, don't he got belts?
Yeah, he got all of them except for one. I think they stripped him of the belt at the WBC, I think. And has it? Daniel Dubois.
Dubois. Yeah.
That's why I don't like this fight, because it's like, bro, how are you the guy in a division, like seen as most as the undisputed guy, right? Well, everybody thinks Usyk is the guy. He's the number one guy. I gotta give him credit for that. The number one guy, and then you go fight a kickboxer. This is crazy, bro. I brought this up. I don't know you remember this, Rob G. You remember when Floyd Mayweather, for his last fight, he was like, he gonna fight Andre Berto or Kareem Basic? I remember when he said that, bro, and I was like, bro, he's trolling, bro. Ain't no way he could fight Andre Berto, bro. His next fight is fucking Andre Berto, bro.
Yeah. That was his, That was the one right before McGregor, I believe, right?
Yep.
I remember watching that fight live. I remember watching that fight. And I remember he went. I remember I wish I could look up this. I always wanted to look up this interview. I said it used to be available on YouTube like 5+ years ago, dog. I hadn't seen it in a minute. But I thought it was real dope because it was probably one of the most I guess you could say human, vulnerable times you would ever see Mayweather, because he's always putting on his villain, his persona, Money Mayweather, but like that was probably the most like humanized interview is whenever he did that interview in the locker room after he won Andre Berto. He went in there, Jimmy Lennon Jr. He gave him an interview. He was like, all right, so what do you say now it's all said and done? And like he was like talking about his father, and it was like his uncle Roger, and it was just like all the sacrifices, and it was just like, I don't know. Yeah. You just really don't. You really don't see that side of Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really like that interview. I wish I could find it, but I think it was on Showtime or something like that. You can't see it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what happened to that. That thing probably in the vaults. At who owns Showtime? Who was it? Showtime?
I don't know.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was Showtime.
Don't they got a parent company though?
I don't know.
I thought they had a parent company that owned like Showtime and a few other networks. I'm about to look this up, bro. Anyways, I just
it's gonna say Turkey Out of Sea Production.
Right. I remember seeing that Berto fight live, and I really liked that interview that he did. Let me see here. Showtime.
You see Richard Torres get knocked out, bro?
Richard Torres. Was that earlier today?
Nasty, bro. Yeah, Frank Sanchez knocked him out like the second round.
Richard Torres, the Olympic dude with the curly hair?
Yep.
Because I remember they were pushing him hard, dog. I was busy earlier today. I just got home. So I said, like, I wasn't really sure if I was going to catch it, but then I was leaving downtown I seen that Shiraz fight on, so I had that going while I was driving. And it just glitched out. Something happened. I clicked back and that thing taking off the gloves. So that's what I was saying. I didn't even know what happened. Hey, I didn't even know Torres was on this card.
Yeah.
I thought he was on Top Rank.
Yeah, he went over there. He finally took a risk. He dropped his dad as his trainer, went to go work with Bomac, and
What? He working with Bomac?
Yep. Rumor is that his Jerry Curl juice is still in the audience right now.
Wait, Richard Torres.
Yeah, yeah. He fired his dad and went to go work with Bomac.
So who was in his corner today?
Bomac.
Oh, that's crazy. It's kind of an interesting combination. Skydance Media. Oh, okay, okay. Showtime Networks is a subsidiary conglomerate of Paramount.
That makes sense.
So it's from Paramount. Okay. It's conglomerate Paramount Skydance Corporation.
Paramount just partnered with
Paramount
somebody,
Global.
so they bigger now.
Because I knew it was something. It's the same thing in the music industry, dog. All these record labels, it really all stems to like 3 or 4.
Yep.
And it's like
They start combining their research. First they compete, and then they realize they're stronger together, and then they just start combining.
Exactly. Yeah, Paramount. Yeah. That's that. Man, don't Turkey Al-Sheikh got Paramount?
Yeah, Paramount. Yeah, Paramount just partnered with ESPN and all of them. Yep.
God. So really, it's like they didn't even get out of boxing. They just got rid of the Showtime network and put their funds more over in the, I guess, the new folks.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Hold on. All right. Go fire up this grill. Fire up this grill. Yeah, that's crazy work, dog. The more rabbit hole, the deeper the rabbit hole you go, the less options you see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how all the food networks are too. I remember the first time. It was many years ago though, right? I remember the first time I found out that Toyota owned Lexus. I was like, what?
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
Have they started yet? They still on this, they still on this Usyk stands a chance to lose.
Yeah, they still talking.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, Raji. I've been working so hard, bro, that like stuff like this, bro. I was doing a live one day, bro, and it was going to like it's been a beat ass. And he was going into like midnight. I like, bro, I'm finna go to sleep, bro.
Damn.
I like 11 o'clock. By the time the fight get on or get over with, even if he stops him like fourth round, I'm gonna be going to sleep at midnight, and then I gotta wake up at 4 and go to work again. I'm like, bro, I'm not good. Especially when I know what the result of it. Zerto's about to get killed. He about to destroy Zerto. Why am I staying up late night to witness this? I just watched the highlights like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was over that fight. I'm finna be over this one. I don't look at the clock, Roddy. This has been 20 minutes. 20 minutes of just Usyk stands a chance to lose. Like, golly.
Yeah.
We get it. Usyk might lose.
I'm trying to think. Is there any boxing tonight? About to look this.
Like real boxing. You know, it's crazy, Raji. All the people who said Jake Paul versus Tyson wasn't real is the same people taking this as a serious bout.
Yeah.
Money talks, bro. Turkey's behind this. They didn't see that when Jake Paul was behind that promotional event, they didn't see an opportunity. If Jake Paul was going around signing YouTubers, I guarantee they would have took that fight legit.
Yeah.
But Turkey Al-Sheikh flying the YouTubers out. Like, Showbiz is ringside commentating the fight. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
so like that's why everybody else wants to, like, they follow in suit. They're like, shit, I want to get flowed out too, like Showbiz. So everybody else is covering this like it's a real event. Even though we all know the results. And unless Usyk has an illness that we don't know about, this should go exactly the way we think it's gonna go.
Oh, there go Devin Haney. Yeah, there ain't no boxing tonight either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look at that as a positive, Raji. I could catch up on some breakdowns I wanted to do, and go spend some time with the fam because I've been working too hard at my regular job. That this boxing stuff kind of took a back seat, and then it's not even really producing me anything I really want to see. Like, it's put in perspective on boxing matches and how I spend my time.
Yeah.
Like stuff like this is just, it's kind of like BS. Like, we already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What should happen now? If Usyk, now look, if Usyk get knocked out, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I will recant everything I said. Because the biggest upset of the year was Morrell getting knocked out, or what's old dude's name, bro? So the dude that fought God damn, bro. I don't know why I'm being horrible with names. Virgil Ortiz. You remember the dude Virgil Ortiz fought, the first guy he fought at 54 that knocked him down?
That pesky dude. No, who was it?
What's good, Sunshine? I can't remember that dude.
Technically, Igor Kavalauskas knocked him down too.
I think that's who it is. It's one of those dudes that names is hard to pronounce, but he's pretty decent.
I thought that was at 47.
It was one of his first fights at 54. Because a lot of people felt like that dude got robbed. So he fights that dude, right?
That might have been his second knock, or the first knockdown at 54.
Yeah, because the first fight was a dude with the aneurysm. I think it might have been his second or third fight. But it was a tough fight, and people felt like he got robbed, right? So that dude ends up getting knocked out by Sugar Shane Mosley's son. That is probably the biggest upset. That's probably the biggest upset we've seen. That's probably upset of the year.
So let's see here.
Oh, that's my girl Quee. I had to zoom in for a little bit. You know my eyes ain't good. What's good, Quee? Jay Bliss, what's good, bro? Jay Bliss, you watching the fight, bro?
Okay, look like they finally. Gotcha.
Okay, finally walking on. Let me hit this refresh.
Oh, Israel Madrimov. That's who it was. You talking about Madrimov?
I don't know. Nah, was it Madrimov said do Bud fought, I thought. Or is that Madrimov?
Madrimov. Yeah, no, I think it is the dude Bud fought. Because Igor Kavalauskas was at welterweight.
Let me see.
And Igor Kavalauskas,
bro, Devin Haney blows up in between fights, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Dang, Erickson Lubin is the last one he fought.
His voice even sounds a little bit different.
Haney?
Yeah. All right, let me see. Nah, wait a minute. It was Boychuk. Boychuk.
Oh, yeah. Boychuk. All right.
Yeah. Shane Mosley's son knocked out Boychuk, bro. In the 6th round.
That's right, because I saw that it was like last week.
Yeah.
That's how I watched that fight.
That was pretty crazy.
It was on a Sunday, I think.
Yo, when they gonna get to the fight? Bro, come on, man. What Devin Haney got to do with this?
Look like he's walking out right now.
Oh, I need to refresh my LinkedIn. I'm still over there with Devin Haney talking.
What's his name? I guess the kickboxer, because it ain't Usyk.
Okay, I see. Yeah, Rico. Bro, they put on a spectacle. The only thing they didn't do is have Michael Jackson, hologram Michael Jackson out, walk out, say, "Do you remember the time?" You know what I mean? Like, bro.
Yeah.
That would have been dope. I ain't gonna lie. Do you remember that? That'd have been dope. You remember when Turkey Al-She said this ain't no charity? He lied.
Nah, I don't. When did he say that?
He told to Boots, because Boots wanted a tune-up. But this is not charity. Basically saying Boots didn't want to fight nobody. He basically exposed that.
Yeah.
All of this is crazy. And you know what my prediction was? The commercials and the walkout was going to be bigger and longer than the fight. Yep. Look, bro, he got firecrackers popping up. He hit the ground on some Dragon Ball Z stuff. The lava comes up. Like, bro, come on. All of this. What's good, Sir Foul Player?
Where is this at right now? You know?
Egypt. In front of the pyramids.
Oh, those are real pyramids.
Yeah.
So they brought the production out to the desert, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought that was set design. Like I thought they were fake, you know?
Bro, we get it, bro. You're happy. You're like, bro, what is this? He just standing there dancing with graphics behind him, bro. We get it, bro. We get it. Are you ready? Did you come to fight today? Or just all presentation? Bro, the only thing to make this even more of a spectacle if the Gold Ranger popped out. You remember the Gold Ranger from Power Rangers?
Yeah.
If the Gold Ranger came out, it's morphin' time. Bro, he ran to the ring? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What if he tripped and fell?
Oh, that would have been
fight over, bro. Like, that's dumb.
That would have been fucked up.
All right. Hopefully Usyk ain't that long.
It would have been live too.
Yeah, but that'd have been embarrassing. Tripped and fell, like hit his head, the fight's over.
Yeah.
All right. It's morphin' time.
Dang, look, are they bringing AI into this or what?
Bro, I have no idea what the hell is going on, bro.
It's like some Game of Thrones.
The crowd that's screaming loud, like, where are they from? Like, do they put, like, you know how sometimes they do, like, the studio audience, are they telling them to scream? Because where are these people from that they got all these fans in Egypt?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is like a promo right here.
Yeah, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, the production is crazy. I thought he said it wasn't charity. They showed this spending a lot of money on this production. Spend more money on the production, then, you know, you probably gonna get effort out of the fight. They still selling it, bro. They gonna sell it all the way up into the and you notice Usyk ain't walked out yet. They still doing all this promotion, like all this. Hey, we in front of the pyramids. Hey, do you know all the history surrounding Egypt? Hey, do you understand this? Hey, like that? They still trying to build up anticipation to not let us know that this is an easy matchup.
Well, they're trying to sell their city.
Yeah.
As a tourism.
Yeah, that too. I remember me and my wife was for the go one time, and they were showing, like, you know, they was like showing like people there that will show you around, like tourists, and you pay them and stuff, and so they make a lot of money off tourism. Okay, finally, bro. Why they keep talking about Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, bro? This ain't that.
Yeah, right. Coming out like a Spartan warrior.
Usyk try to go over the ropes, bro. That's stupid. You're not that tall, Usyk. Yeah,
he got caught up.
Yep, got caught. Now imagine if that cape would have got hung and then he flung him back to the crowd, bro. They just do stupid stuff, bro. You know where I got that from? The Incredibles, bro. You remember that lady that used to make the outfits, and she was saying why she didn't put capes because they get caught up in propellers. Like kind of what happened to Usyk. His cape got caught up on the ropes. Could have flung his ass back. That'd have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
Usyk would have lost. %31 believe that Rico has a chance. I need to find out where that 31% is so I can sell my Forex to him. $30-1 for Usyk. Let me see do I still got some money on my betting app? I'll put $1 on Rico. 30-1. I got $1 to throw away. Bro, they bringing out the big guns, Rob G. This dude can never retire, bro. They will not let this dude go, bro. He's the true definition of I want to leave, but they refuse to let me go. Bruce Buffer. Every time they do try to retire, they're like, nah, Bruce, we need you to say, let's get ready to rumble. That was the smartest business decision I've ever seen out of an independent contractor ever. One of the smartest decisions I've ever seen.
What, to trademark?
Yes. Because he got a video game off of it, and then, like, even now, they can't use that without his say-so.
Yeah.
And it's so simplistic, so, like, it was brilliant, man. It reminded me when Birdman said he should have trademarked bling bling.
I wonder who's got that now.
I don't know. He said all he does is introduce and nothing after. He don't say let's get ready to rumble no more. That's because that's where retirement look like, sir. Retirement looks like that. When you like, damn, bro, I'm tired of saying this. You know, it's like getting Steve Urkel to say, "Did I ain't do that?" You know what I mean? Like at some point you be like, damn, bro, I don't want to say this no more. 50 Cent said it like he tired of performing. Go shot it. It's your birthday. Bro, the national anthem for Ukraine. Come on, bro. And I knew that they was gonna do this, bro. 40 minutes before the fight, 20 minutes while they're in the ring to get to the fight. Now we about to go into 5:30, and the fight been over with what you call it since 44, since 4:44, and that's the last time I looked at it. It was even before then. But let's just say 4:44. It's gonna be 5:20 now, Central Time, and they ain't even like got to the first round. That's crazy, bro. No one cares about the Ukrainian national anthem. Nobody signed up to this fight or to watch this fight saying, man, I can't wait to hear the Ukrainian national anthem.
Yeah, this is messed up, bro. I only got one beer for just this event, and I'm almost halfway done with this.
I was about to say, shit.
You're going to have to make me go to sleep.
Get the eyedropper.
I really don't even want a second beer, dog. But, I mean, they're taking so
long. Get you an eyedropper, bro. By the time you get an eyedropper, and then drink the beer like that, they'll be like done with announcing the fighter. They'll be like, in this quarter.
Sheesh. All right, here we go.
Oh shit, you ahead of me. Let me hit that refresh.
He's starting to. Well, he said, "All right, this is the main event." I'm on.
You doing link 2?
I'll text you.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind you. Let me hit link 2. Let's see what link 2 got. Because link 2 normally be faster than link 1 for whatever reason. All right, let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. The judges they done brought in judges from Switzerland, Milk of Magnesia. Bro, nobody gives a damn. We don't need judges. You could have told the judges to stay at home for this fight. Anything short of a knockout is a victory for the Rico. He probably coming in here to survive 12 rounds just to say he did it against Usyk. Okay, here we go. So let's get ready to rumble. He said it. Can't even say it with enthusiasm no more, Raji. It used to be, let's get ready to rumble. Like, that's like, let's get ready to rumble.
Dang.
That dude's 258 pounds. This is crazy. It made us wait this long. 5:30 for a fight.
Hey, yours already said the ready to rumble.
Yeah.
All right, mine just said that. I'm a little behind.
I ain't gonna lie. Sir was right. Sir said Usyk look a little like fat for this fight, and I ain't gonna lie, he do. He asked me that. I think it's because Usyk not training. I think it's just natural at age, just age. It come with age. And Usyk not being a natural heavyweight. You remember that picture that was released to Bud when he moved up to fight Canelo? It's kind of like that. They got to eat a certain amount of calories to fill out for that weight class, and then he's an older guy. Usyk's not a young spring chicken, so I think that's why he looks a little soft. I doubt that he doesn't take this fight serious, even though he really should. Just being honest. Here we go. Here we go. Jose Suleiman. The hell is he doing there? I've already spoken to you both. You know what I expect. Obey my commands. Bro, shut up and let's get to the fight. That dude is definitely juiced to the gills. I will give him that.
Oh, the kickbox.
Yes.
Yeah.
That dude is juiced to the 258, bro. That's crazy. I think that might be more than the prime Vlad. Here we go. Let's see if we can get him out of round one. Hopefully you do. Usyk came out, touched gloves, and he immediately gives up ground to Usyk and let Usyk take control of the center of the ring, which is very dangerous. Usyk gave up a smidge bit of ground because he wants to create opportunities and a comfortable place for Rico so that he'll throw punches so Usyk can counter. See him gave a little bit. He gave a little bit away. See? He caught Usyk with a right hand and everybody went crazy. Bro, they cheered. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing now? The crowd is screaming, Usyk, Usyk. I don't know. Usyk got a little back fat too, man. He might have not been training. He better hope so. And this dude is on every steroid in the book. He said, can the legs of Rico bounce like that for 12 rounds? What? He don't have to use his legs the entire fight. He's the bigger guy. Just being in range, he can rest. He's a bigger guy and he's more compact. He's doing a whole lot of unnecessary movement. He didn't even land on Usyk and their crowd went crazy. Even though the crowd is cheering Usyk, I think they're cheering for the underdog. He's doing unnecessary movement. He's moving too much. which is interesting because a lot of people expected Usyk to do this, moving side to side, moving up and down. He's actually fighting like how Usyk should be fighting. That's pretty interesting. Because Usyk normally does this to the bigger guys. He tires them out. Oh, he hit Usyk with a right hand to the body. He hurt him. He hurt Usyk with a right hand to the body, Rob G. He don't realize it because he's a kickboxer. He hurt him, though.
How many seconds you got?
Shit, I can't see it. It's too small. 22.
All right. I'm at 30. All right, so yeah. I'm a little behind. It's all good though.
Usyk turning up a little bit more.
I missed that body shot. I didn't see it.
Usyk turning up a little bit more. He he came out like with no sweat on him, so I'm imagining he had to work himself into the fight. But it's very dangerous on the earlier rounds for Usyk because he don't like body shots and he got back fat. He's out of shape. He's out of shape. Sir was right. I didn't think Usyk is the type of guy to show up out of shape, especially when he's been saying, "Hey, I've been taking this guy serious." I mean, from the looks of it, he definitely hasn't. So we'll see. He hurt him with that body shot. Let's see if the announcers caught it and if they'll do the replay of it. He got 3 people in the corner and all of them talking.
Man, it went to a commercial for me. I don't know what stream I got or what thing I got. I ain't even see in the corner. It's some car commercial. Oh, okay, there we go.
The punch that he threw to Usyk head landed on the glove. This is the right hand that he threw that was a grazing shot that hurt Usyk. Usyk's body punch resistance is like a negative. You just graze Usyk ain't hurt him to the body. Got Rico for the upset. I wouldn't be mad at that. They made us wait long enough. If Rico gets the upset, you know what's going to happen? The commentators who told us that Rico had a chance are going to be, they might have heart attacks because they didn't really believe it. I mean, he's definitely overpowering Usyk in the inside and using his physicality. Usyk looks awful. Just call it what it is. You were right, sir. He hasn't been training properly. He's just going through the motions. Look, he's just throwing shots. He's not throwing shots hard. He looks, I don't know, is he carrying them? He's not even throwing shots with like bad intentions. He looks awful. They all have their money on Rico. I might need to go put some money on Rico. Let me see if I got some money in my app. I don't want to mess up my stream though. At least put it to Rico to survive 12 or go 10. Because the way that he's moving, he's circling to his left and he's outside of Usyk's straight left hand. And because he's the bigger guy, if he continues to throw, and this is exactly why I know Gidget Caballero would beat Usyk. For this reason right here. That pressure that he's putting on Usyk can't handle. Look, Usyk's on the ropes. This is exactly why Usyk should stay away from Gidget Caballero. And you notice what he's doing? Look, he dirty boxing. He holding the back of Usyk's head. He hitting him. But he's throwing a bunch of punches. Like, not everything's with power. Usyk looked awful. He looked primed to beat. He threw another right hand to Usyk's body. Usyk's just shadow boxing. He's not throwing anything with conviction. I don't know if his plan is to take him to the later rounds. I don't know if he just doesn't take him serious as a boxer. I don't know if it's a training combination of all those things, but he doesn't look good. Usyk doesn't look good. Yep, got hit again to the body. You're right. And then he gets out-muscled in the inside. Because that guy's 250 pounds and on every steroid in the book.
Yeah.
See, like it looked like Usyk just shadow boxing in there, like he's giving a half-ass effort. I can't tell if that's just lack of training or if it's Usyk carrying him, like making it a sparring session. Cause this looked like Usyk just sparring in there.
That dude fighting small too.
Yeah, he just pressuring Usyk. He caught Usyk with a good right hand and hurt him on the ropes.
He throwing those rabbit. He throwing them UFC punches.
He said, He said Overeem gave him the horse meat. That's hilarious.
Damn.
Usyk looked awful. He ain't sitting down in the corner. Is that a normal thing of his? I never paid attention to their fights. Did Usyk sit down in the corner? He might be out of shape.
I don't know. He's sitting down.
Oh, he's sitting down?
You sure? They got tall stools though.
I was about to say he eye to eye with his trainer Usyk that tall.
Nah, I noticed that. Look at the stools next time. I never really seen them that tall. I was about to say something like before you said something. I wondered if they had them like for heavyweights. They bring out taller stools or what?
Oh yeah, he hurt Usyk, relaxing in the clinch, trying to push off and wait. He just threw his punches. Uh-oh. Yeah, Usyk getting more worked into the fight. What's good, Bo? Yeah, he has took away Usyk's jab, but not only that, not only is he circling to the left and taking away his jab, Usyk looks fatigued. You see, look, he just hurt Usyk with another body shot. Usyk complaining about the low blow. Hey, if he keeps spamming body shots, bro, he gonna stop Usyk, bro. Usyk don't got his tailor-made referee that stops the fight and give him rest for body shots. Bro, if Usyk loses to a kickboxer, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I would be excited, bro. I gotta keep it real. I would be excited. Because I already feel like he a hype job. Rico's just ducking in and just smothering Usyk. That's his strategy. He moves to his left to take away Usyk's jab, and then he finds a point of entry. He goes in, he smothers Usyk, and he out-wrestles him in the inside. And Usyk takes a deep breath every time he pushes him off because the guy's so physically strong. He weighs as much as Tyson Fury, but he's more solid muscle. Tyson Fury was more fat. And even in that fight, when I went back and watched it with Usyk, when he was about to finish him, he was taking really deep breaths. Because that dude was so big, you know? This dude is bigger and muscle way more than fat. He caught Usyk with another right hand to the body and hurt him. Usyk complains to the referee. Yo, if he could see what I see and what's in front of him, bro, he caught Usyk with a good right hand. He would go to the body. I wouldn't throw nothing to Usyk's head. I would stay strictly on his body and just continue to pressure him. He's already tired just from your physical size. He's doing too much movement. He's moving too much. The big guy is, Rico. But, I mean, the movement's working, believe it or not. It's tiring Usyk. Usyk is normally the guy that's up and down, fainting you, getting you tired. Matter of fact, before the fight, they had Anthony Joshua break down the fight. He said, I think Usyk just going to come in. He's going to do a lot of feigning, a lot of up and down movement. He's going to tire the big guy. Rico's doing that to him. I don't know if he can maintain it, but he's the one that's doing the not every punch with power and pressuring Usyk and coming in behind the hard guard and forcing Usyk to fight. I don't know if he's just doing this just because he doesn't understand. He doesn't have a high boxing IQ. But I've always said this is the way to beat Usyk. If you go look at his fight with Derek Chisora did the exact same thing. He just smothered him, closed the distance, and beat the hell out of Usyk's arm. He just broke him down physically. A physical fight is the way to beat Usyk when you don't give him time to think. If you sit back like AJ did and let Usyk think, he'll pick you apart and fight at his own pace, not push him at a fast pace, being a smaller guy and make him get tired. You're in for a rude awakening if you just sit back and try to outbox him. And this is why I always said Caballero is the guy to beat Usyk. This fight let me know that. Said Usyk has a paid referee? Yes. He has a referee that he works with in a lot of his fights. I brought this up in the Daniel Dubois' first fight. That referee that gave him that break has refereed a lot of his fights and basically it definitely favors Usyk. Like, anytime Usyk complains about body shots, he stops the fight for Usyk. I want to say that's the same referee that refereed as well. The fight with Derek Chisora. He's refereed a lot of Usyk's fights.
Damn, is it halftime or not halftime? And in between rounds right now?
Okay. Yeah, both said he just got off. What'd you say, Raji?
Is it in between rounds right now? They about to start a round?
Nah, they already started up. Oh shit. Started buffering as soon as I said that. Dang.
Mine just like cut to.
Mine did too.
Mine cut from mid round,
mid fight, and
corner.
then back to the corner. Yeah, mine did that too.
Yeah, I just got back. I had to switch the whole time just now while you was talking. Man, I had to get another one. So I really ain't been watching the fight. My thing's been messing up. But we back.
Usyk can't handle the pressure. Look at what he do. He just ball up. Squats down so you can't throw body shots, and waits for the referee to separate them. If that guy was smart, like I said, he would just keep making it a physical fight, keep going to Usyk's body, and just keep chipping away at the smaller guy. Usyk is a man. He bleed like anybody else. The body has its limitations. Usyk is landing more flush now. Usyk's landing more flush now. He getting a rhythm now. He hurt Rico. Yeah. It's for the tide's for the change. The tide's for the change. Rico looked just by Rico getting hurt and how he performed for getting hurt. It showed me that he's not ready for Usyk. It's a fine line between kickboxing and boxing. That's what this showed me. Look, he ain't did nothing since he got hurt. He's on the defense. He's backing up. He's on his toes. He don't know how to react, and it's only going to get worse from there. He don't know how to defend himself. I mean, that's where experience comes in. Usyk has been hurt several times in this fight. He has a good poker face, and he's able to weather the storm. This guy got hurt once and danced the entire round, and we only in what? The fourth, he gonna keep teetering and teetering and teetering. When Usyk catch him tired with them short shots, look for Usyk to stop him late. He better do what he just did now and use his physicality to push Usyk off the mark. He let Usyk just sharpshoot him like he did. Usyk throwing wild uppercuts. Usyk's tired too. But look, if I had to bet on anything, I would bet on experience. Oh shit! He caught Usyk with a good right hand when I said that. Meaning this.
Yeah.
Both of them are fatigued. Usyk has been here before. He has not.
Exactly.
He spit out his mouthpiece. So I would have to go with the experience if I was a betting man. He spit out. Damn, it's in the fourth round. You already spitting out your mouthpiece for a break. Yeah, not looking good. Look, Usyk just shadow boxing in there. He ain't threw none of the heavy shots he threw against Daniel Dubois. This is interesting. I think Usyk's for the drama. Yeah, Usyk touched him on the side and then shot the uppercut. See? And then bam, shot the straight on him. Yeah, the corner's been telling Usyk to throw the uppercut since the first round. That's interesting. It's interesting because the earlier rounds, he would just come in and smother Usyk, right? And that time, Usyk leaned to his left and created some space, and then bam, shot the uppercut up the middle because he knew where his head was going to be. Because Usyk he gets better down the stretch. Rico is going to teeter down the stretch. They brought this up, and it was a good comparison by accident, right? I guess even a dumb brain is right once in a lifetime. They brought up Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, right? And Conor McGregor didn't lose the fight because Floyd Mayweather was so much better than him. He lost it because Floyd Mayweather had been there before. He know how to fight when he's tired. He know how to fight going down the stretch. And that's for that reason, I don't think Rico's going to beat Usyk. I think if he had any chance, it was a knockout early on, or to get Usyk just as more tired than he is, so he wouldn't capitalize on the opportunities. But he's not throwing no body shots anymore. He's throwing nothing but head shots. He's not even doing the movement that he was doing earlier. He's not even doing it. See, he made a smart adjustment though. He uppercutted Usyk with his right uppercut to the body, so that Usyk couldn't lay to his left and then shoot that uppercut up the middle. That's smart. I don't know if it was intentionally or not, but that was smart. Somebody, the announcer said, "No matter what happens, we're all impressed." He senses the end is near too.
Oh man.
Yeah, Usyk just waiting for him to come in and square up so he can shoot that uppercut. See, that's what Usyk's waiting for. Rico's doing too much movement. He's moving too much. He's moving unnecessarily. But it's creating openings. But it's just like, can you maintain that? You're bringing your head down to the smaller person.
Yeah.
That's why the uppercuts are there. Can you maintain, like, I don't know.
That's what I was saying earlier. He's fighting real small.
Yeah, it's working. Because what he'll do is he'll do a lot of things. Like, I'll come in and he'll take a step back, come back in, and then he'll move to the side. So he's not being predictable. So Usyk can catch him with them short shots that he caught him with earlier. He's not even rushing him the same way he did. So that's smart. It shows that he got a little bit of intelligence, But like I said, I'm betting on experience 100% of the time. Experience means a lot. Take you a long way. What is his corner telling him? That you're up? He letting Usyk be first now, which is a big mistake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with experience on this one though too. Although I don't always go with experience. Sometimes motherfucker just got balls. You know what I mean? You see that in skateboarding too. Someone that just be crazy as hell. They'd be rolled away from something. Like, well, goddamn, I guess that fool did it.
Yeah, no matter how good you is, experience will always beat you because they've been there before. Like, I've seen it too many times. I've seen like Kobe Bryant versus Michael Jordan. I remember Michael Jordan kind of alluded to that. He was like, the young fella want to play one-on-one. Like they didn't get it because they was young. They don't understand that the game come to you, relax, don't force stuff, look for opening. Like, they don't understand all these things. So he going 1,000,000 miles per hour right now. That's going to accelerate the petrol that he's using, the energy output, all of that stuff. He said, how concerned the Usyk fans be? Very, very, very. Because right now, Usyk shot the uppercut and the uppercut wasn't there. You see, he keeps shooting it, but the dude won't lean in and commit. Because he's doing so much movement, I don't know if he can keep it up, but because he's doing so much movement, his movement is not predictable. And every uppercut that Usyk has thrown this round has missed. If you get Usyk to draw that, could draw that uppercut out of Usyk, you could land counterpunch opportunities with right hand, or you could just beat his body up whenever he missed. It's very fair. That dirty boxing, what he need to do. Yep, Bo, that's what the game plan is, to take away Usyk's jab. That's what he started everything off of. And he make it a very awkward fight for Usyk. And even when Usyk found success with the other punches, he's made an adjustment now to Usyk. It's pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. The announcers, like I said, was actually right for a change by accident, right? When they say he didn't come to lose, he actually is making a good account of himself. He putting a good, he putting a good effort. They go Usyk messing with that nose. For those who don't know, I broke this down. When Usyk start messing with that nose, he's hurt. He's hurt or tired. So and I only see him get hurt. So he definitely fatigued. When Usyk start wiping that nose, that's a nervous tick of his that he doesn't know, subconscious. He start messing with that nose, hey, body, jab to the body immediately. Right here to the body immediately. Yes, he's doing very well. I got him up in the fight. Outside of those 2 uppercuts, Usyk ain't did nothing. He's been a more busier fighter. He's been busy with his jab, his hook, and hopefully this ain't a Tyson Fury and Ngannou situation where boxing robs him for the sanctity of boxing. That was a good left. That was a good straight left that Usyk landed behind Rico's jab. He came over the top of it and landed. Or came inside it. Like all that movement and stuff that Rico doing, he doing too unnecessary movement. He got to start throwing. You got to keep like that body shots. You got to keep Usyk honest. He needs something to back Usyk up. Usyk is getting desperate. Nah, I don't think it's kickboxing helped. You know what I think helped, sir? I think his kickboxing helped in a sense of Usyk didn't take him serious because he's a kickboxer. But I don't think it helped him as far as skill. I think that the game plan was good, coming in and taking away the jab, because Usyk operates off of a jab. That's why the feints work. The feints won't work if you're not landing the jab. So he took away Usyk's jab. He did a bunch of movement, and he basically fought Usyk like Usyk fights everybody else. All the things that Usyk used to tire a heavyweight fighter, he's using to tire Usyk. And I think Usyk, like you said, may not have been in the best condition for this fight. So, I think it's all of those things combined. And I'm even seeing him make adjustments in the ring. Now, that I did not expect. I thought even if he had success, I was like, okay, Usyk experience will take over, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But he's making adjustments. He hasn't been caught with that uppercut since Usyk caught him with it. Have you noticed that? And it's because he won't commit. It's because he'll change something. Like, look, when he's in front of Usyk, he don't stay there too long. Something changes. Not from 2 seconds, like it's supposed to be, from a second. From second to second, something changes. The look changes. He don't stay there too long. And if he stays there too long, he takes a step back and changes the angle. That right there is giving Usyk a ton of trouble. He make Usyk misfire the uppercut. He draws it out of Usyk. Usyk can't land the uppercut, which is the game plan coming in. He'll come in and do a little false movement like he just did. He's not doing anything the same to where Usyk can predict his movements. And then he's busy with his lead hand also. Even though he's not catching Usyk, he has Usyk worried about what he's going to do. And he has Usyk. Usyk can't get into a rhythm. And then in the inside like that, he uppercuts Usyk to the body. He's doing some good things in there. Yeah, he's doing good. He's getting a little bit too close to Usyk now, though. He need to get Usyk to give up ground. He started getting Usyk to give up ground, and Usyk won't be there for the counterpunch opportunities, and it'll go with the complete flow of everything that he's doing. See, if Usyk start getting desperate and standing his ground a little bit more, the uppercut that's missing, he might find a home for it. Like I said, experience plays a part. See, when he comes in and jabs like that and Usyk, or throws a hard right hand, gets him to give up ground, he can't counter because he doesn't have he's not holding his ground. Like that, he just hurt Usyk with a left hook. Usyk looked oh my God, I do not like how Usyk looked after he got hit with that left hook. Usyk looks fatigued as hell. Like mental fatigue and physical fatigue. Like the movement is getting to Usyk. That's crazy. You know what's really crazy is that nobody at cruiserweight was able to do that. Like I watched the Tony Bellew fight, and Tony Bellew had success, but all Tony Bellew had to do is use his feet, and take away Usyk's jab. Yo, I didn't know Peter Fury trained Rico. That's crazy. That makes sense. I think he's fighting like a little bit like Savannah Marshall. I think Peter Fury trained her too. Somebody just got caught and I missed it. I think he caught Rico. Yeah, he caught Rico. He caught Rico and I missed it. That was a good right hand that he landed to Usyk's body. You see Usyk messing with that nose and that mouthpiece? What is going on here? Usyk is overrated. I try to tell y'all. Now, Rob G, let me ask you this. And it's a hypothetical, so we don't know, right? But what do you think would have happened if Rico would have fought, not even a prime Mike Tyson? Let's say Mike Tyson that beat up what's his name? Shelton. I'm gonna say Shelton Moore. Bruce Shelton. Bruce Shelton. The Bruce Shelton. What do you think would have happened with Tyson versus this version of Rico?
Man, I don't know. I think I got Tyson.
The reason why I asked that, man, because I gotta constantly hear how Mike Tyson's overrated and Mike Tyson ain't this and that, and he basically beats Usyk in every category: speed, hand speed, combinations, chin, all that stuff. And I got to hear how great Usyk is, and he up here getting, arguably beat on points by a kickboxer. What's good, Mama 3? They go APN.
Getting beat up on. And that foot lifted his leg. You see that? Like,
man, look,
like he naturally wanted to kick. What up? All positive.
But I don't want to ever hear nobody talking about Usyk versus Riddick Bowe, Holyfield, Tyson, nobody. I don't want to hear this junk no more.
Hey, all positive.
Yo.
All positive.
What's up? This man is getting outboxed by a kickboxer that we ain't ever heard of. He lost every round. He only won one round the whole fight. I don't want to. I'm going to all these boxing.
You notice the commentators who gave this guy a chance now have had the life suck. Oh, he just hurt Usyk with a right hand. He just hurt Usyk with a right. Oh my God, this is awful.
Usyk got a good poker face though.
He hurt him again. Now he's tearing him up to the bottom. Bro, this is crazy. Listen, if they make this a draw,
he definitely ain't losing. He ain't losing his fight on the.
Man, you remember what happened with Tyson Fury versus Ngannou?
Yeah, he ain't losing his fight. He's probably up. Usyk's probably up right now, 6 rounds.
Ngannou was up on Tyson Fury and still lost the fight.
I'm saying Usyk's probably up 6 rounds.
They'll never give it to a non-boxer because they feel like it hurts the purity of the sport.
What if they just knocked him out?
You got a kickboxer in here beating up the heavyweight champion.
If he knock him out, that's the way to get it. Don't leave it in the judge's hands.
Well, Rico's definitely going to lose on the card. They're not giving this man his decision. He's probably down.
I'd be extremely shocked if they do, Rob G.
I wonder how many rounds. Do y'all know how many rounds a kickboxers usually go?
I'm not sure.
That's it. 3 rounds.
That's crazy. He in there getting beat by a dude that go the same amount of rounds as the amateur.
3 rounds. You're getting beat by a kickboxer ain't none of us heard of. And I dare somebody to come on this panel and say they've seen a Rico fight before this.
Usyk is hurting right now. Usyk is getting desperate.
Getting beat up and outboxed. But that's all
he looking for openings in the clinch.
This is silly.
This is crazy.
This might be a bigger. If he wins this, it'll be.
Usyk is tired. Usyk looking for one shot now. He taking more risks. You see him? Look, he landed that uppercut. Usyk going for broke. Usyk know he losing. A fight just broke out.
Even if Usyk wins this fight, this is embarrassing that you're getting pushed to the.
Hey, he getting desperate. He looking for one punch now. They got Usyk messed up. He said, "You think I'm gonna let a kickboxer come in and just you do me any kind of way?"
Limits by a kickboxer. This is sad, man. This is terrible. It's terrible. That shows you how bad the division is right now.
I said that. I said that this entire buildup. I've been saying that.
This is how bad a heavyweight division is. That a kickboxer is beating up the heavyweight champ, the pound for pound #1 guy. That everybody got #1.
I don't got him #1.
I don't either, but everybody got a #1. and he's getting beat up by a kickboxer we ain't never heard of. I ain't never seen no Rico fights. This is sad. And I actually wanted.
So what I noticed is he blocks the first 2 shots, but he's open for the third. It's gonna take Usyk. It's gonna take Usyk like doing what he's doing now, getting desperate and throwing more than 2 punches in order to hurt this guy, because he gets on his bicycle and he'll start to, he'll start to dance if he's hurt, and he's weak on that end. He doesn't know how to defend himself when he's hurt. So if Usyk stands a chance, he's gonna have to go for broke. He knows he's losing. We in round 9. He said, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Alexander Usyk needs a knockdown or knockout. He's doing better than Tyson Fury.
Yeah, man.
Tyson Fury done put some of that gypsy magic on Usyk. His movement has slowed down. Rico, he getting a little bit more careless too. I will say. Usyk just caught him with a short uppercut. He getting caught more in this round. Usyk got a better chance of stopping him now. Right? That's what he better do right there. Box him on the inside and rough him up. Hurt him to the body. That's the only way right there. Usyk does not fight on the inside. You know why he's doing better, sir, than Dubois? Because he'll blitz him.
That's your ringtone all positive?
Oh,
that sounds like Meek Mills.
It was me. I was looking at a clip on my phone. Definitely not my ringtone. No way.
But he keeps his chin tucked, and he doesn't leave counterpunch opportunity. He keeps his glove high, and he like I said, he doesn't come in the same way every time. Daniel Dubois is just trying to rush in and bully Usyk.
Daniel Dubois is garbage.
He hurt him again to the body.
Yeah, if he fights Usyk 100 times, Usyk will beat Daniel Dubois 100 times.
He hurt Usyk again to the body. Usyk is over there cowering.
He's
cowering. He's out physical. He's using his physical strength against Usyk. He's countering. Like, Usyk,
is this actually
you better get desperate. Like George Foreman said, you better get desperate.
Is this for the belts or is it a non-title fight?
I'm not sure. I don't know what this is. It's 12 rounds, so it got to be for a title.
Oh, because remember, Ngannou versus Fury wasn't for a title.
I'm just saying, 12-round fights. It would have been 10 rounds if it wasn't for a championship.
Yeah, you're right. Unless it's a title eliminated, so it got to be for the belts.
Yeah, because Usyk is the belt holder. If they made this fight happen in 12 rounds and it's for an eliminator for a guy who has all the belts but one, that's stupid.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think they're gonna give Rico. I would be shocked that they gave him this fight, man, on the cards. Because I gave him every round except one round. I gave him all the rounds.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious. He just gets suckered into the boxing scene real quick. He just becomes a 3-belt champion.
We saw this in Delaware.
You know what? He become a 3-belt champion and then he go get dismantled by somebody. That would show the weakness of the heavyweight division.
Yeah, then he just goes back to kickboxing.
I don't want, but like I said, I don't want to hear nobody come on this panel talking about.
He switched to southpaw. That's a bad sign.
What?
When a fighter switches to southpaw, that means they fatigue and they've tried everything possible and they trying to get a break.
Usyk's already a southpaw.
No, I'm talking about Rico.
Oh, yeah. Well, Usyk was. He was on. No, I don't think Usyk switched. Yeah.
Rico did it at the end of the round.
Yeah, but he's been doing this all fight though.
He said, "Still think Usyk beat Ali? Hell no." I can't even believe the blasphemy that I hear sometimes from people like.
There was a dude that said Usyk would beat Riddick Bowe in his prime. I like, dude.
Yeah, bro. Then on the video game, when people go play with Usyk, it just this whole Usyk Tyson Fury Great White Heights stuff, bro. It got to stop. Usyk eyes is red. Taking deep breaths. He over there throwing crosses, praying to the Ukrainian.
I still wouldn't bet on Rico right now, man. Because like I said, boxing we've seen
Rico did enough. He made Usyk bleed.
We've seen Chavez in the summer of '93 when I was in high school get beat for 10 rounds, lost 10 rounds, and they said it was a draw. So I've seen some strange things before. So this is Rico needs a knockout to win. He's got to knock Usyk out to get a draw.
At least knock him down.
He's won every round though. He's won every round except one. I think I only gave Usyk the 4th round.
Usyk complained about the elbow. Usyk always starts crying, bro, when stuff doesn't go his way.
You're holding this man. Stop complaining.
Complaining about an elbow. Like, bro, do something about it. And this is what I was trying to explain to my brother Deuce. This very thing right here. Usyk, look, they go to referee. Stop pushing off with your shoulders. There you go.
He just said,
there you go.
Wow.
Usyk complains about him pushing off, and the referee goes and stops the fight and tells him stop pushing off. Come on, bro. Let the fighters fight. Let him do something about it with his 2 fists. Don't try to change the momentum.
This is terrible. And I've always been supportive of Usyk. I always say he's a great fighter, like for what he did at heavyweight and cruiserweight. But you cannot
get physical with him. There you go. Fight in the inside. Usyk don't fight in the inside.
He tied. Usyk don't like that, man. I'm telling you, he's now he's not slapping his punches. His punches.
He switched the orthodox in the inside back to southpaw. He hitting Usyk with hard right hands to the guard.
He's slapping his punches, and he's not throwing punches. Man, this is sad. This is terrible. It's my second bad pick of the day. I picked Sanchez to lose against Torres.
Usyk is tired. He better maintain that.
If Rico wins this fight, I think this is a bigger upset than Douglas Tyson.
Yo, if Rico wins this fight all positive, I'm gonna be upset. Number one, I didn't put $1 on him because I had a chance to do it. And then this all positive. That will be 3 upset. And like we got Shane Mosley, we got Morrell, and then we got Usyk.
Yo, he was at +1.9. He was at +950. That is insane. $1 would have got you 95, wouldn't it?
The odds is 30-1. It would have got me more than that.
Yeah, no.
Usyk stepped it up. Usyk trying to get the knockout. Usyk hurt him. Usyk turning up. He don't know how to defend himself. This is where he's weak at.
Yeah.
This is where he's weak at. He better grab. He better learn to grab. This is what Usyk has to do to win right here. Usyk got to turn up his punch output. He's not going to sit back and catch him.
Yeah, but the
Usyk complaining. Usyk can't do anything in the clinch.
Rico's still punching. He's still punching too, even though he's hurt. He's clinching. Like you said Fury training, and Fury is very good at having his fighters clinch. So like, yeah, I think Usyk.
Oh man, this is not looking good for Rico. Believe it or not,
Rico. But the fact of the matter is,
if Usyk throw more punches, the next 2 rounds he'll stop him.
Yeah, he possibly can stop him, but it's still
he'll stop him. He don't know how to defend himself. Look, when he hurt, bam. He just ducked that head down and started trying to clinch, or he started dancing.
I think it's more fatigue than anything because he's throwing a lot of punches.
Yeah, fatigue. When you like George Foreman say, you're more vulnerable to get knocked out when you're fatigued too, though.
That's how Foreman got knocked out by Ali. Ali didn't hurt him. He just was tired.
He's still throwing, like you said, all positive. He caught him in exchanges. You know why too? Another reason, Usyk keeps his head up when you go under him. Which is another reason why I know Mike Tyson would beat Usyk in under a round.
Tyson gets his man out of there in 3 rounds.
Under a round. He keeps his head up. When you duck down, he stays there and waits for you to come up. All you got to do is come up with a punch. Rico's exposed that too.
Off to the body. He did the bread basket, can't take it.
I think Usyk might stop Rico on this round.
It's a possibility, man. He got 6 minutes. Because I picked Usyk to win this fight, man.
He's tired though, but I think look, the short shots like that. They could have made me go bet.
Man, now that the odds have changed. They changed odds during the fight.
I bet on Usyk for a knockout.
Oh, you ain't got them good odds like you had before. All Rico got
Usyk hurt him. I mean, he hurt Usyk again.
If Rico just stay out the way, he can cruise to a decision. I think he's backed enough rounds, but like I said, you never know with the judges. And you know how corrupt boxing is.
When I tell y'all, Yujit Kabayel is the best heavyweight in the world right now, y'all listen to me, man.
Because I keep wanting to call Rico Kabayel for some reason. I keep wanting
because he fighting like him. That's how Kabayel comes in and throws body punches. Except Kabayel's more of a devastating puncher to the body.
If he loses this fight, even if he wins this fight, there's still a cherry pick going wrong.
Yeah, Usyk just hurt him. Usyk just hurt him with a short uppercut. He's covering up right now. All he got to do, he's winning the fight. All he got to do, he better not do no Joe Louis stuff. Joe Louis, what's his name? Billy Conn.
Yeah.
Where you winning the entire fight, and you come in, you start standing in. Usyk is old. Usyk don't look good neither. He hurt Usyk to the body. Usyk is wavering like a tree during a thunderstorm. He pushed Usyk off with his physicality.
This is how I know Tyson beats Usyk, because Tyson, pre-prison Tyson.
Look, what is the referee doing? Like grab Rico.
A minute left in the fight. What are you doing? Man,
Usyk is so arm weary right now. He just moving his arms.
He blew his load trying to go for the knockout.
Hey, Rico better stop leaning in.
Yeah.
Usyk gonna hit him with a short uppercut and it's gonna be lights out.
Yep.
There you go. You better move that head. You better move that head.
I picked Usyk to win because for like you said, for the purity of the boxing. Because I don't want 30 years from now someone coming in and be like, man, them kickboxers be like, yo, we just stop boxing, man. I don't want nobody.
A kickboxer has never even won the title in UFC. Why would it like boxing?
Man, I don't want them UFC guys or these kickboxing guys telling us that. Well, I talk kickboxing, I just be top boxing, man. No, man. So this is sad. Oh, he knocked him down. No, he knocked him down.
Oh man, what happened?
Usyk knocked him down. It's
I told you. 11 rounds.
Seconds left. You got to put his mouthpiece in.
Here we go. This is where experience plays a part.
Oh yeah, there was that uppercut. He got him with that uppercut.
I told you, he couldn't get too reckless. They put the mouthpiece in.
It's in the round.
Hey, if he starts teeing off on him and the referee stops it, that's a
my God, bad stoppage. Terrible stoppage.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, the referee
was it a bad stoppage?
Yeah, man.
Are you
it was the end of the round. Terrible stoppage.
Hey, Scholar. You hear me?
Stop.
Did y'all just hear me? You're ahead of me. Okay, so now I see the stop. I was just saying that
they stopped it.
I was predicting
like
that.
3 seconds left in the round. 2 seconds left in the round.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Hey, did y'all hear that prediction? Yeah,
boxing is corrupt.
I said it. Hey, you got to play this back in real time because I literally just said that. I said, man, if they do it, because y'all are ahead of me, and that's what happened. Oh man,
it's a terrible stoppage. The round was ended.
Rob G, we both Nostradamus today because when the round started, I said Usyk gonna stop him in this round. The fatigue was setting in.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed it though. I missed it, bro. I left for like 3 seconds, bro.
Damn.
But I don't want to ever hear nobody compare this guy to no Riddick Bowe again, ever. Riddick Bowe that fought Holyfield the third time would be Usyk.
Is that what the comparisons you hear?
Yeah, they talking about Usyk would beat Riddick Bowe in his prime. Well, y'all better stop that.
What's up? What's up? They say he got too greedy. Nah, he could have lasted a minute and 3 minutes and 4 seconds.
It was like 3 seconds left in the round. The ref jumped.
Yeah, and then he had 3 minutes the next round. He could have lasted, bro.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Terrible stoppage. And he should have been down on the card.
You think they would have stopped it if it was Tyson Fury?
Oh no, definitely not.
You think it would have stopped it if it was the other way around? If he would have had Usyk hurt?
I don't think so.
Bro, he didn't even land any of the shots. He didn't even land any of the finishing shots. Bro, this is awful, bro. This is awful, bro. Well, Bo, you finally got your vindication, Bo. Because you've been out there in the YouTube streets and we've been telling about Usyk being overrated for years. We had to listen to X tell us how much of a hater that we was, that we need to give Usyk his props. And then a kickboxer with no fights, used to go in amateur rounds, takes Usyk into the 11th round where the referee has to jump in and save Usyk's career, protect his oath. They said it was a terrible stoppage, but Usyk would have stopped him eventually. Man, shut up. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear from y'all. They think Usyk would have stopped him in the next round anyway, but you don't know. That's just it. You don't know. And guess what? A rematch? No.
I don't see no rematch.
For what? You robbed him out of the first opportunity.
Oh, they said stoppage after the bell. The round was over. Yeah, I thought it was 3 seconds left. The round was actually over.
They stopped it when the round was over?
Yeah, yeah. After the bell. Man, look, the fix was in, man. The fix was in. They was never gonna let this guy win this fight, man. Boxing is so corrupt. That's why you gotta go in and do what you gotta do. Like Turkey's starting to have some bad cards, man. He's starting to have some shady cards now.
Because Turkey don't know what he's doing in boxing. The fact that he even took this fight all the way over to the pyramids. I'd have rather see Caballero versus Usyk. You want to do a crossover fight? Make John Jones versus
saved by a referee. The third time. This has got to stop.
2 minutes and 59 seconds. So a second left in the round.
That man pulled a Richard Steele. Like I said, he on my list. He on my list.
Who's that referee? Because Usyk has a referee. Usyk has a referee that referees his fights. Let me see what his name is.
This was terrible.
Let me see if that's his personal referee. Because I forgot the dude's name.
He's on my list. He's on my list with what's his name? The Texas Lawrence Cole and Jay Nady and Richard Steele. He's on my list. Oh, and 2 weeks too.
Let me see this referee's name. Hold on, y'all give me a second.
You basically just named them all.
That was a terrible stoppage. They knew this man was losing the fight. It's like I always say that, man. I was like, if you're not the favorite, if you're dominating the guy, the favorite lands a jab on you, you're hurt. They're gonna step in and stop the fight. I've always joked about that.
Here go this full Deuce times. Talking about Wemby. Here he go. I know Deuce was partying last night after that Spurs loss. I know he would.
But I don't know why Deuce be hating on the Spurs so much. That's crazy.
You know, Deuce went to the store, got him a 4-pack of black and mild wine and gold, and he had a good night celebrating that loss.
Deuce team got a problem. They got all these max contracts, and they ain't gonna be making the playoffs for a while. And OKC get their picks. So Deuce can't say nothing. He need to worry about his team getting to the playoffs. My team in the Western Conference Finals.
Getting cheated by the referees.
Hey, look, it happens, man. Look, you know why the refs are doing what they're doing. They got to do it because you got a small market.
Louis Parbone. That's the name of Usyk's personal referee. That ain't Louis.
No, I saw his name early, but that ain't him.
It's Mark Lyson.
Yeah, Mark Lyson. That's it. Man, this era of heavyweights is terrible. It is. We gotta pull up on. We gotta do a live coming up about how bad this era. I think this era of heavyweights is worse than the Klitschko era. Because Klitschko would never let a kickboxer get in the ring and take him 11 rounds. I promise you that. As bad as I thought he was. Yeah, man. Boxing is a very corrupt sport.
Usyk, he worried about the wrong stuff. He should be worried about Usyk having to get robbed.
You know what? I've always said, never send your fighter to the UK to fight another UK fighter. Now I gotta say, just don't fight on any Turkey Al-Ashi cards. There's always some shady stuff going on with man's cards now. This dude was getting beat up, losing a fight, and they stopped the fight at the end of the 11th round. It's his legacy. Say this man legacy. They should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, Usyk, man, like I said, I think he's all-time great from everything he's done in cruiserweight and heavyweight. But I've been telling guys, man, look, this guy's not all-time great heavyweight. He's not even top 20.
All right, APN. That's all I got, man. We're gonna do another episode tonight. I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to hear again about the greatness of Usyk, how Usyk could beat anybody in the past, because Tyson and you know what? This is everything coming full circle. You remember the first great white hype after the movie? You know who that was? Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison was scheduled to fight somebody. Yeah. He didn't show up. They brought somebody from the crowd, and that guy went like 6 rounds after drinking beer that day. Didn't even know he had a fight with Tommy Morrison. That's basically what you've seen today. You've seen a guy who didn't belong in the ring with the guy who has all the belts, undisputed, right? And he went 11 rounds with him and was up on the scorecards to the point where the referee had to cheat the guy out of the fight and not give him a chance to fight back. We all know what we was watching. We seen worse fights. People was actually debating if Wardley should have been stopped. The fight should have been stopped against Wardley against Daniel Dubois. So we've seen fights that are worse conditions where the fighter has nothing left and they don't stop the fight. But all of a sudden, they just couldn't take it today. Today of all days, they had seen so much brutality. And it wasn't even like the guy was taking damage like for round after round. Usyk wasn't doing anything to him. Yeah, but he had to just jump in and stop the fight magically. Yes, we know why.
What was the scorecard? What's the official score?
I didn't look. Because you already know what they're gonna do. You know,
they probably had it for him anyway.
They're gonna have it closer than what it was. I didn't have Usyk winning.
Usyk lost.
Outside of maybe 2 rounds, you could probably get an Usyk. Maybe.
I gave him 2 rounds. And one of them was a knockdown.
And that one you got to be generous. You got to be generous to give him. That was awful. That was awful.
Now I normally don't do this. I normally don't go on no campaign riding fighters, talking about how they overrated, and just keep talking about fighters and riding them. But I got to do this for this guy, man, because y'all done put this guy there with the all-time greats. He ain't showed me nothing. They tried it with Tyson Fury. Now they're saying Usyk is this all-time great heavyweight, and he ain't even got 8 fights at heavyweight. Yep, I'm gonna be on later. I'm about to close it out.
All right, man, that's a good stopping point. Y'all seen it, the robbery. But anyway, man, the hype train got exposed. That was this card. 2 hype trains got derailed. That was Usyk, and that was Richard Torres. So even though it's a sad day for the outcome of boxing, it's a sad day for the outcome of boxing. It was good for the derailment of the hype jobs. So heavyweight hype jobs too.
You've been telling me about Torres, and I've been disagreeing. I've been saying, nah, he's a good fighter, man. Yo, you've been telling me about Torres, man. But you know what I'm saying? But that's my fault right there. Because he's a product of Bob Arum matchmaking. That's what it is. But yeah, I'll be on later. All right.
All right. I'll catch you on the next one. I'll pause.
Wish to have a fancy car. Wish to have $1 million bucks. Well, I wish I don't be in love. So tell me, pretty baby, I make one wish and I wish it all on you.